All right, so now Chatterbox 96 is live on the air. I called it hesitantly hopeful. Reference to last week.
I made it. I barely, but I made it.
All right, excellent. I don't know if you saw the tweet that I sent you, but fucking you called that shit when you were like, I bet you the fucking child molesters that Tommy Robinson was trying to report on will get less time than he got. And I sent you that article. Let me show that to you. Because, like, boy, you call it, man.
Yeah,
like,
it's right fucking on. Ridiculous, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're going to give this dude, like, a real light sentence. What was the sentence? And this was like a dude who was teaching at a mosque. He molested an 11-year-old girl. He escaped a jail sentence because his wife's English is so bad.
Oh yeah, that's fucking solid reasoning, dude. Jesus Christ.
He was handed a suspended sentence.
Jeez. Yeah.
Dude, if I was the father of that 11-year-old girl, this man's head would be on the fucking judge's lawn the next day.
Right. Yeah.
And that's not a joke.
No, I know what you mean.
Like,
yeah, that's not fucking justice, dude.
Yeah.
The guy doesn't molest your fucking daughter and he doesn't get any fucking jail time at all.
Yeah.
That's not fucking justice, dude. That's fucking bullshit.
I'd fucking hunt this dude down and kill him myself. Yeah. I mean, if they're going to leave him out on the fucking, they're not even going to hand him a fucking jail sentence.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I wouldn't try to kill the judge.
Yeah. Anyone involved in that bullshit, dude.
Yeah. I mean, look, there's a lot of shit where I'll turn the other cheek, man. If somebody wants to start a fight, I'm not in. I'll fucking walk away unless I have no other option.
Right.
I'm not a father, but I have some idea of the kind of, like, I mean, I get the idea of how much of a connection there is.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, man, if I had a kid and somebody was molesting that kid, and the court system was like, well, his wife's English not that great, so we're not going to put him in jail per se.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'm afraid you all have to fucking die.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
Ridiculous, dude. Dude, like that rationale is fucking ridiculous for one thing, and then, like, dude, nobody gets
on the day he was arrested, he was due to go teach like 30 children at a mosque near his home in Blackburn.
Wow. Dude, I think I'd beat everyone to death with a fucking Quran.
Beat him to death with a fucking Quran. That'd be funny as fuck. Cut his head off, stick it on a Quran on the fucking judge's lawn. When the judge walks out, just fucking stab him in the face.
Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous, man.
Oh man, it was a 40-week sentence that was suspended. So even if he'd gotten the actual sentence, it would have been less than a year in jail.
Less than a fucking year, dude. It's so disgusting.
That's insane.
Yeah, the UK really has lost its fucking mind, dude.
Yeah.
I wonder if they just count on like their people being too apathetic to do anything. You know what I mean? Like, because that seems like they're getting pretty fucking blatant about their bullshit, you know? And I can't imagine that a lot of people that live there are okay with what's going on there.
What blows my mind is that it's still being, like, they're not out in the streets fucking rioting.
Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it.
Yeah, I gotta imagine if that shit was going down here like that.
If they were if there was child molesters who were just like walking free, everybody in that fucking city would be like out in the fucking streets, like, we're gonna fucking lynch motherfucker. Especially in like some of the southern states. In some of the southern states, they might do that because they know he's gonna get fucking hung from the town square.
Right.
You know, right. Some of the cities, they're like small towns, fucking, the fucking police are just going to look the other way and be like, it was an accident.
No. Well, the guy disappeared and we can't find him anywhere. He must have moved away.
Yeah, like it's a whole different fucking ball game here, man. That dude would have a hard time. There's no fucking way. Like, they'd be like, never fucking care. Why? Like, what?
Yeah, dude, at least fucking be a little more imaginative and excuses.
Yeah,
so I get away with molesting a fucking 11-year-old.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things where you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, make up something fucking better, dude.
It's the kind of thing if you were writing like an ABC made for fucking, or not an ABC, a Lifetime for fucking Lifetime movie, you would be like, nah, that's just not believable enough. It's too fucking out there.
Yeah, nobody's gonna believe a fucking judge, the fucking court would buy that as a fucking excuse.
Yeah.
Well,
here's the interesting thing. I'm also seeing a lot of reports now that the inspectors, which is essentially like the police detectives over in the UK, are saying that the court system that's currently trying all of these people is filled with people who were fucking going there and fucking the kids.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that a lot of the people were using the services of this sex ring, this child prostitution sex ring that was going on. And they're the people that are actually prosecuting and stuff.
Jeez. Yeah.
So
that would make more. That would actually make sense. You know what I mean?
It does if you think about it. Like the concept that there's something so big and so incredibly important for everybody to be aware of would be like, oh, we can't have anybody talking about it. Like that's totally ridiculous. You know, and then they would try to shush and make Tommy Robbins just go away. Like, oh, we're just going to stick him in jail for 13 months before. Like, he didn't even get a chance to talk to his lawyer.
Wow.
So that's the difference between living in the U.S. and any other country in the world. In the U.S., you absolutely have rights.
Yeah.
So not being able to talk to his lawyer in the U.S., you go to an appeals within like a couple of months after that, and they'll probably dropping your case if it's nothing major.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't kill somebody or put somebody in a hospital, they're probably going to let you go because they're going to be like, we fucking abused your rights entirely. You didn't even have a chance to talk to a lawyer. Yeah. So I mean,
it's amazing. I did not realize how different that shit was. I thought like the UK and our systems were pretty fucking similar as far as that shit went.
No, you don't have freedom of speech. You don't really have any rights. I mean, they have a lot of. They think they have a lot of rights because a lot of privileges have been extended to them.
Right.
And the government plays nicey nice for the most part, but the reality is that's all up to the government, man. There's no legal document ensuring any of those rights. It's all sort of like customary kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, it's basically like, we've let you do this shit, but we don't have to.
Yeah. And also, like, you know, in France or like Germany or Italy and stuff, like, you know, the cops will beat a confession out of you. That's not uncommon.
That's
I mean, it doesn't happen to everybody. Like, you might not get that because if you're like an American citizen over there.
Right.
Oh, they told it. Okay, for Fuckwad in the chat says it has better information. They told Tommy Robbins' lawyer that she wasn't necessary because he was being released and then assigned him a terrible public defender. One would assume the public defender would have to have been in on it. For it to have gone as quickly as it did.
There's just a tremendous amount of fucking corruption there. They should really dig into that whole fucking thing. Like you said, if there's that accusation, they should really be digging into all those fucking people.
I'm beyond mind blown when it comes to this stuff because this is something that, like, I mean, and it goes without saying, like, fucking we're not some sort of noble fucking visionaries talking about how bad child molestation is.
Right.
Fucking beat those people with the self-righteous people who are like, they're the only ones who are fucking standing up to fucking child molesters.
Right, a lot of people are afraid to say it, but I hate child molesters. That kind of fucking bullshit.
This is like the weakest, most defenseless people in your fucking country who have been abused. This guy's trying to make sure that everybody's aware of what's going on. And it's not like he wasn't in the courtrooms like filming everything. He was outside reporting on it.
Yeah.
Despite the ban, because I feel like at a certain point you have to be like, that's not acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it's not acceptable for the judge to say this thing where the most defenseless people in our country have been like targeted and abused in the thousands. Nobody needs to know about that.
Right. Yeah, it's sickening, dude, for sure.
Yeah. Well, and a big part of why you want that kind of stuff out is because you want to find out if there are any other victims who haven't come forward yet, or any other people with more information, whatever, so to make the case even tighter, or you know, so that you're clearing up as many of these things as you can. Like you don't want.
Yeah, you want to catch as many
20 years later when
as you can.
It's past whatever the
statute of limitations,
depending on where you're at. I don't know if we have that in the U.S. anymore. I think they might have removed statute of limitations for sex crimes against children.
Right.
Murder. But there may be, I don't know, maybe it's like dependent on the state. I'm not sure on that one.
Yeah,
but you don't want somebody. Either. Yeah, you don't want somebody coming out after the statute of limitations. Well, no, I mean that was the thing with Bill Cosby. I don't know if that counts for children, but for like the women that he raped, essentially the statute of limitations had passed for a lot of them. So that's why he didn't go to jail until finally they found a victim finally came forward who was recent enough that they could actually put him in prison for it.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah.
So, like you want to avoid situations like Bill Cosby where like, you know, this guy doesn't do jail because, you know, nobody came forward in enough time.
Yeah, man. It's and even if the people are in on it, man, you know, at least here in America, our fucking people that do that kind of shit are at least hypocritical enough to rail against it in public.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, and usually the only kind of gag orders you get are things where it's two private parties hashing out like a civil case,
right,
for the most part. And then the freedom of the press just sort of guarantees that they really can't argue. I mean, they won't necessarily allow the press into the courtroom in some serious cases because they're trying to avoid like jury, like they want to have an actual jury. So it's a tough call on that.
Right. You want to find somebody that hadn't heard about the case.
But there's never any situation in which the government's like, oh well, the news isn't allowed to report this, and the news reports it anyway, and they're like, all right, we're putting him in jail because we have the freedom of the press. It's just a big difference.
Yeah. No, I was pretty shocked by that, man. Like I knew shit was getting bad over there. I could not believe that happened.
Or did they put him in jail? I forget if Dankula ended up doing time. I know he got like a huge fine.
Yeah, I think it was
making a video.
Trying to remember if he actually got. I assume he got arrested originally, but probably didn't spend a whole lot of time in jail before.
I think he got like a suspended sentence with like probation kind of deal. Like I don't know what they call it, but like that sort of situation, and a hefty fine. Like they took like $5,000 or something, which is ridiculous. I mean, he made a video about a fucking dog making a Nazi.
No, that was fucking tragic, dude. Yeah, that was kind of the first inkling. Although, again, you've been hearing about how messed up it's getting over there. You know, obviously, you know, the people that are in charge are dragging their feet on the Brexit shit. You know, and letting Muslims take over their country.
That essentially nullify the entire point of the Brexit.
Yeah.
So they're trying to set up trade deals and other stuff that basically keep them in everything EU. Basically, they would no longer be in the European Union in name only.
Right.
That's what they're trying to accomplish. And I like the fucking people over there need to fucking organize and deal with that shit. You know, protest, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if they have it in them, man. Because it seems like
I wonder
shit by now.
I wonder if how the U.S. would work, if how it would really go down if Trump was impeached. Like how many people fucking shout and rail and rant now, but how many of those people would actually be willing to take the fucking step after and be like, all right, we're not going to deal with this soft coup bullshit. Isn't going to go down.
Right.
You know, we're not having
they would, man. I would hope they would. Yeah.
Well, I think there would be a certain amount, but I'm wondering how many versus how many make the claim versus how many would really
No,
be willing to
would
fucking
actually
step
get
up.
out there and put their life on the line for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I kind of wonder, because we have so much comfort and we have so much wealth that we haven't lost yet.
Right.
You know, it's not like Sweden where they're like, oh, we're going to have to raise the retirement age by 10 years because we've given all the money that you guys worked so hard for away to all these people that you didn't want here.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah. And that's the same thing that's happening in the UK. They have people living on the fucking street who are retirement age in the United Kingdom begging on the street because they've given all their money to fucking foreigners.
Yeah. Yeah, it's disgusting.
Forced into the country.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking really disgusting what's been going down, dude.
And with with things like DACA and with the sanctuary cities, it's the same thing. It's just with Mexico instead of with the Middle East.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Really, we are pretty
taking all the
stupid.
hard-earned money of people in the country and just giving it away to people that shouldn't be receiving anything other than a jail sentence and then a fucking swift kickback over the border.
Yeah, a one-way ticket back home.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they didn't earn the money. We don't owe them the money. We worked for the money. Like, I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. And the odds are them and their fucking descendants are just gonna stay on that shit too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the problem. Is a lot of times with welfare, the kids just stay on welfare, and they're like, it doesn't stop.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they have any. There's no like shame in it. You know, like for me, there's a little shame involved with that kind of shit. For them, it's just they grew up with it, and that's they've kind of always gotten it, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, oh my god! So look at my aunt. So my mom's sister, my aunt, has been living off of my grandma for her whole life, pretty much. And the kids live of her, and then my cousin went out and found some girl and got together. They got married. And they had kids, all while living off of my aunt, who was living off of my grandma. And like they were still living off of her for like the longest time.
Wow,
it's insane.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts, man.
I mean, there's gonna be my grandma had a lot of money, so there's gonna be a pretty fat, like my aunt and my mom and her brothers are all gonna get pretty big hefty checks.
Right.
And then there was this crazy fucking weird distant relative district attorney that died who left all his money to just, whoever was related. So they're all going to get a fat check from that too. Not nearly the size from my grandma's estate, but so they all lucked out. But I mean, that's essentially, it's like the same thing. It's just like generational welfare. It's a generational living off of somebody else's money.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be sad to see what happens once, because they're going to run through that. No matter how much it is, they're going to run through it, right? It's almost certain.
My aunt is super bipolar, so like manic phases, she just fucking blows her money so bad.
Right.
Although she was smart enough, my mom said, like, look, let's set up an account where you have to wait a certain number of days to be able to access money over like $100 to purchase things. So that she would have some sort of check on that. So she could be like, all right, well, in 3 days, if I still really think I want it, and it's not just a manic fucking impulse now, then I can buy it, kind of thing. So it's a little improvement, but that's still, living off of all this fucking random luck and inheritance shit.
Right. She just managed to survive that way. It's weird.
Although part of that is just being in California where it's so fucking insanely expensive.
Yeah,
I mean, it's obscene how much money you have to pay for like rent here, man.
Yeah, and not even in the big cities either, man. Like that's what kind of throws me is like even in inland. Like I get near the ocean, I get in the big cities, but like you go, hundreds of miles inland, and small towns seems to be still really fucking expensive to live in.
Yeah, you're still paying like $1,000 for a fucking studio in like small town California.
Yeah, it's really, really weird to me.
Well, part of that is the immigrant issue where it just drives up the rent because there's so many people that shouldn't be here because we don't have the housing built for the number of people that are here.
Right.
And that's just like,
Everything's at a
that's
premium.
putting even more stress on it. Plus the fact that it's a sanctuary state, and there's a lot of other states in the southern border that aren't sanctuary, so it's a much easier place to get across. So we're getting a lot more people, and it
Yeah.
just drives it. Basically, it just displaces people in the southern areas, and they go north before they leave the state, and it's like a chain reaction essentially. Which is why you're seeing a lot of like small cities and counties in California who are like, yeah, we're not into this whole fucking sanctuary thing. We're not going to be part of this. Slowly, because I mean, like, even in my tiny ass town, they're cleaning out homeless encampments today.
Nah, it's crazy.
I mean, you're talking a stretch of trail that was maybe 75 yards long, and they're looking at like 50 people were there.
Yeah, that's nuts, man.
And they're having to take down like semi-permanent structures people built, like fucking plywood huts and shit.
Yeah, a little Hooverville going up right there in the park.
Essentially, that's what it is. I don't think people make that historical connection, though. It's a good connection because it's really the same shit.
Right. So glad I read Grapes of Wrath. Otherwise, I'd have no idea.
God, that was the worst book. I mean, it's a good thing to read. It's important because it's a really accurate like depiction of that period of time for a lot of people. But
yeah, there's not a lot
so
going
poorly
on.
Written.
Yeah, there's just not a lot going on, dude. There's just not a lot happens. I mean, it's tragic and all that, but yeah, it's not.
You could have made an interesting story to go along with all that tragedy.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, who was that? Steinbeck?
Yeah, I think it is Steinbeck. Yeah.
What else did he write? Did he write The Great Gatsby?
Mice and Men. Of Mice and Men was Steinbeck too, I believe.
I haven't read that.
Oh, Mice and Men is actually quite good. That is actually a very entertaining book. Hold on, let me double check that one.
All right, I'm looking through them here. Yeah, The Pearl, Grapes of Wrath, East of Eden, Cannery Row. Oh, he wrote a lot. Tortilla Flat, The Winter of Our Discontent.
Yeah, I wrote Grapes of Wrath.
I'm not seeing of Mice and Men. I think it would be on the list before now. Maybe not, though.
No, it's written by John Steinbeck.
Oh, is it? Why the hell is it not on the list here? That's weird. Like, I scrolled through like 20 books and didn't see it, like a list of his.
That's weird because it's one of his biggest books.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who the hell wrote The Great Gatsby?
Great Gatsby? I don't know.
I don't know why I was thinking it was the same person. Oh, F. Scott Fitzgerald. Okay. Yeah. That one was
That
was pretty good.
There you go. I'll have to write a novel. So one day kids will be like, who's that fucking book that William wrote?
Yeah.
Although I think I should use my fucking internet name as my pen name. McStabby Pants.
Yeah.
Skittles McStabby Pants. Like, who doesn't want to read the book? It's like, my Skittles McStabby Pants.
Yeah, that alone, that'll get them reeled in, dude. They'll be like, I gotta read a book written by McStabby Pants.
There you go. Yeah, 1937. It's George Milton and Lenny Small. Yeah. It's one of your favorite books of Mice and Men. Yeah, Mice and Men is a pretty damn good book.
I'm trying to think of any of the
Curly in his fucking soft hand with the fucking glove of Vaseline and shit. That's some creepy fucking shit. There's this dude who's dating essentially like it's these two farmhands who are traveling around, and George is like a smart guy. Lenny's like a retarded dude, and Lenny just doesn't know his own strength, and he fucking like I think it starts off with him accidentally killing a mouse that he was petting. Accidentally squishes it to death or some shit. And so like it's two farmhands, and I'm sure Fuckwad is probably going, it's not that simple, because it's one of his favorite books. But they basically go and like they go to this farm, and like the farmer's daughter is super fucking hot, and Lenny is like oblivious, so she's fascinated by him because he's fucking not into her like everyone else is. George is just like, dude, I don't want to have fucking anything to do with this shit. Stay away from her. I don't want anything to do with her. And there's this like guy who runs all the ranch hands, who's like the underboss kind of deal. Fella named Curly, who fucking he keeps one of his hands smooth for the ladies by fucking filling a glove with Vaseline and wearing that shit.
Wow,
creepy as fuck. Love it. Original creepy motherfucker. And then eventually, of course, like the retarded dude kills the fucking girl. And George ends up having to fucking put him down. Like they run. George doesn't want them to get him because he knows they'll like torture him to death. Essentially, like they'll beat the crap out of him, do all sorts of messed up shit, and just like fucking hang him. Whereas George is like, nah, he recognizes that this dude is just like he's fucking simple. He didn't realize what he's doing. It was he feels really bad, but you can't let him catch him. So he shoots him in the back of the fucking head.
Yeah.
And fuckwad in the chat will have to tell me how incredibly off I am on that. It's been a long time since I read it, and that's credit to how good of a story it is that I still, because there's a lot more to it. It's way more in depth than that. That I still remember that much of the plot after reading it in like high school. So
yeah, I never had to read that one.
All right. I'll take it. Yeah.
Trying to think of some of the other ones.
There's another novel. It's not like an American author, but Kite Runner was pretty good. I don't remember the plot as well, but that was a fun one. That was an interesting one about the Middle East.
Right.
Covered a lot of stuff. Pretty decent. Like there's some, but it's one of those books that like everybody's like, oh, it's an amazing work of art, and you need to read it and all this shit. And it's like, it's at least readable. Because there's a lot of shit where it's just not fucking readable. It's just terrible.
Yeah.
Just because somebody wrote it a really long time ago doesn't make it like an important piece of art.
Yeah. A lot of the shit that they claim are the great literary works are fucking awful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in a couple hundred years, the guy that fucking threw his own feces mixed with paint on a fucking canvas because he was angry, like that's still not going to make that fine art.
Right.
Like that's still going to be garbage.
Yeah, right.
Although with the way fucking society is going, who fucking knows?
Yeah.
Chick who fucking,
have you seen some of the fucking that fucking
eggs?
Dude, I'm getting really tired of the phrase meta.
Meta?
Because it seems like you just do some random shit and then you throw meta in front of it and it somehow makes it okay.
Always have to do things because it used to just be modern art. Bullshit.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm talking more
about
comedy or performance art. Like, like, oh no, that's meta. It's not actually funny, but it's supposed to be clever, and it's not. It's just fucking stupid shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's like that bitch from Evergreen College, one of those fucking protesters, Evergreen College, had made some kind of video where it was just like water was constantly being poured on her head and like running down her face and body. And it's almost like they're proud of not having any meaning to what they're doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like normally something's supposed to be symbolic of something.
Well, the point of art is to make people feel something. If the point of your art is to not do that, then you're not really making art.
Yeah, you're just fucking doing random shit, dude. Yeah, postmodern, I guess, is more closer.
Yeah, postmodernism. Yeah, exactly. That's what it's usually called.
Yeah. The meta thing implies more to comedy than anything, but in art, they would consider postmodernism. Yeah.
Quad says, try a direct translation of the Iliad. Nah, I'm good. I'm going to pass on that one. Okay, so I came up with a piece of art. I was half asleep earlier, and I came up with an idea for a movie. So you got to take this journey with me, right? So it's a teenager, like a 16-year-old kid, who like all the pets he's ever owned have died. So his parents are like super disappointed in him. They're like, he can't take responsibility for anything, and so they're really angry. They tell him he can't get any more pets. He gets really fucking high and drunk one night, and fucking thinks he's ordering like a pet online, like a chinchilla or some shit. But he really gets a Russian amputee bride, like mail order bride. Right? So his parents are like, all right, this is going to be a lesson. So they make him marry the girl. Because they're like, no, this has got to be, he's going to learn. He has to learn to be responsible. And so,
wow.
And they're like, you gotta take care of her. You gotta fucking earn enough money to like buy food and all that stuff. So he's in like high school. He has to go get a fucking Quad bought the wrong book in high school, so he got the direct translation instead of the one you're supposed to read. But anyway, so he gets a new job. He goes to a place like a Taco Rito. The restaurant's Taco Rito, which actually turns out is a real place in fucking New Jersey.
Wow.
So he has to go there. So this is now set in New Jersey. He works there, and the guy that owns the place, like a big Mexican dude, and he's like, he fucking hates Panda Express. So he just hires Asian people, because Panda always hires like a bunch of Mexican people to make their food.
Right.
He's like, I'm getting them back. So he hires the kid to be like his token white guy who's gonna like get him coffee and like fucking run errands and like clean shit up. I know this is getting weird, right? And so she's an amputee, right? She's missing her left hand. I got a whole thing about how she lost her left hand, and it's actually like a cat that he thought he had that had died when he was taking care of it, but it actually went to Russia and took her fucking hand.
Wow.
So then later on in the movie, like the cat shows up to taunt her with the hand, and like that's their bonding moment. He helps her get her hand back from the cat, and then they're actually, after that they're actually in love. So she can like, keep her hand in a fucking jar because she got it back.
All right, dude, that's pretty fucking absurd, dude.
No,
your story.
Here's the end, right? So the taco job is awful. He's not making any money. Well, it turns out she's got a brother who's in the Bratislava, the Russian fucking mafia. So he fucking ends up going to work for the Russian mafia, making big money, like growing weed and shit. And that's like his fucking like, yeah, I made it moment.
Oh my god, dude!
I think if I write that out,
fucking crazy.
That'll fucking sell.
Yeah, well, the thing with the hand and the cat is a little.
That might be too far.
Yeah, that's tough to suspend disbelief on that one, dude.
In my head, the cat fucking plans it all out, right? Like it just plans out like it's gonna make it look like it got hit by a car, but it's really gonna be gone. And it gets like another dead cat and like makes it look like it was him that died. And then forges like a passport, goes through like the airport. I mean, really just go over the top of the absurdity to the point where it makes no sense. It's
all right.
Talking this chick because she's her brother's in the fucking mafia. So like it's some dude trying to get back, And he hired this cat who's like really a hitman kind of thing. But it only gets the hit.
All right. Okay, so it's in a universe where that could happen, I guess. Okay.
Well, to me, this is like the kind of movie that you smoke a lot of fucking weed and go watch. This is not a movie you want to see sober.
It sounds like one that could become a cult classic.
Yeah, see, I just got to find the right place. I gotta fucking write that down.
Yeah. So you decided to start with it's so bad it's a good idea. And just make it fucking wacky and crazy and absurd.
Just over the top, man. Like I want Julio Iglesias to play like the angry Mexican like restaurant owner. Like fucking Panda Express, Asian food, but it's all cooked by Mexicans. What's wrong with them? And then all the time it's like Asian people to get back at him. It's like, I'm gonna fucking take him down.
That's his fucking way of getting even.
Yeah. Oh, there's got to be a scene at some point where they make like a diabetes joke, where he's like, he calls the kid and he's like, I need you to look at my feet, man. I haven't seen those things in years, and they're starting to feel real weird. And like one of his toes breaks off and shit.
Yeah, dude, I'm amazed that this amount of weirdness comes out of your head without being on drugs all the time, dude.
I don't even find that dude. I was just trying to take a nap, and I'm like, oh, this story just started fucking unfolding in my head. See, there's something wrong.
Yeah,
oh, that's high praise indeed. Fuckwad said it sounds like with the right director, it will be the next Donnie Darko. Oh man, I come up with all these weird fucking stories, man. You got no idea. I got to start fucking writing screenplays or something, somebody might pay for that shit. Who knows? Maybe some fucking bored ass fucking guy at a film studio be like, it'll never see the light of day, but he's like, fucking, I'll throw this dude like $50 just to fucking read this weird shitty sentence. Laugh at it. You get really high, read the script, and laugh at shit.
Right. Yeah.
Write movies.
Yeah, give it a shot, man. A bunch of fucking weirdness in your head, dude. Get it out. Get it on the page.
It's not a bad idea. Just got to figure out how to write scripts. So if I'm going to write a script, do I have to buy a laptop and do it at Starbucks?
Yeah, I believe that's the law. I mean, I'm in California, so maybe it like I don't know, at Starbucks, or is it like can I go to like another pretentious coffee shop? Yeah, like it's got to be one that's full of hipsters that will stop going to it as soon as everyone else does.
And I won't call it a comedy. I'll call it a dramedy, and I'll have to include like some sort of fucking storyline that really fucking tells a heart-rending lesson of life.
Yeah.
You know, like how I don't know, fucking hating women is wrong or some nonsense.
Yeah.
I just like the idea of a kid fucking trying to order a fucking pet online and being like, whoops, I got a fucking mail order Russian amputee bride.
Damn, dude. It's freaking crazy.
Fuck, what's this? Use a typewriter at Starbucks. Ultra hipster. I would become the hipster god.
Right. Yeah, not an electric one either. Like an old style manual typewriter where you got to really fucking hit the keys, dude, to type.
I'll call it postmodernist absurdist comedy.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You're going to create a whole new genre, man.
I am, absolutely. A genre that nobody fucking wants to watch.
Yeah. Well, you will. You'll get the hipster crowd for sure, dude.
Oh man, if I could get the hipster crowd, that'd be glorious. I would be happy with that. Just be like all these pretentious assholes watching the movie talking about how amazingly deep it is, and I'm just like, I fucking came up with that shit when I was trying to go to sleep.
All right.
Sounds like a family film. Thank you, Soka.
Some weird fever dream you had, and they're like finding deep meaning in it. You string them along for a few years, and then the big reveal is like, no, you guys are all pretentious assholes, and this doesn't mean a goddamn thing.
Yeah, just the turkey I had in my salad last night. A little bit of turkey was off or something. Not totally off. I just just enough to make me feel a little funky the next day or something.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, we got a link from Fuckwad. I'm definitely worried. Oh, like the Dahmer family film, Sensoka? Thank you, sir. Oh, yeah. Fucking, I don't know if this is still something that's out there, man. Is this still a thing? I thought they made this illegal.
What is it? I'm not seeing.
Oh no, it doesn't go to this. It doesn't go in there anymore. It just goes to a public records thing. But they here. Let's see. Let me screen share this. I'm gonna load it in Firefox though. Because it used to be like you could have the sites, but I thought they made it like illegal to get mail order brides now in the U.S.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I have no idea. Pretty crazy.
All right, so here we go. So you got the leg right down here. But this used to be like a real thing. You could actually go on and find like a Russian mail order bride, amputee brides thing.
That's fascinating. So I guess fulfilling a need for a certain fetish, I guess.
Well, I just figure, honestly, I figure it's for like people who are it's just rebranded as international dating services. Oh, okay. Thanks. Fuck out in the shot. Because I used to get a kick out of watching them to the sites because it was just like so much like fucking desperation. It was just so sad, but so like fucked up. It was kind of funny. You know what I mean? Like, because you can either laugh or cry at some things. And so it was like, all right.
Yeah, no, that is pretty. Yeah, that is pretty low, man. I actually have a mail order bride.
but not only a mail order bride, but an amputee mail order bride. Like, you gotta figure, like, it's like a guy who was like so kind of like sad and lonely that he can't get a wife here, but figures like he wants the discount version of the mail order bride. So or a couple of pieces.
He's like he's so insecure that he's like, well, if I get a regular mail order bride, she's going to leave me after a year or whatever when she gets her fucking citizenship.
That
shit works. Amputee ones, she might stay with me. Yeah,
usually I think they stay for like, I think it's probably like 2 or 3 years that's required by law to maintain citizenship afterwards. Then have a couple of kids, and then there's like the divorce. And that's where they basically make their fucking nut back.
Right.
They get the kids, they get the fucking child support, they get half the fucking money. Honestly, I think you'd have to be out of your fucking mind to do that.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, like, it's a setup.
Yeah.
There's no
there might be some genuine ones, but again, it's by far the exception, I'm sure. Like people that are genuinely. But who the fuck gets married to somebody that you hardly know or don't really know?
If you want to do that stuff and have the kind of consequences, you got to do like the thing. Like, there's a lot of people that move to places like Cambodia and Thailand and shit, and they move there and basically like they get. They're not wives. They basically get like real high class hookers. Like they retire to these countries where like their money goes a lot further.
Right.
It's like a real nice way of calling hookers like their companions and shit.
Oh, okay.
But it's always like, hot chicks that they hang out with and fuck occasionally who live in their house and get all sorts of shit for free. So it's essentially, but it's not quite the same because it's, I guess, just to maintain legal appearances. But like, there's a big thing. You can find some YouTube videos on that shit. It's kind of fucked up. It's like you're like, oh, that's kind of weird.
So it's almost like, if something happens and you knock them up, you can just flee the country.
Well, you don't have the same kind of divorce and child support laws. Your money goes so much further, so it's like it's no big deal. It's not the same as it is here, where like she's gonna get like half your fucking property and like 5 times whatever she would actually need to like help take care of the kid.
Right.
Like you actually get to decide like what to buy the kid. Single amputees in your area. Oh, I wonder if there's an amputee dating site. I bet there fucking is.
Dude, there is. There is, dude. Yeah. What is it? What is the fucking thing? Rule 66? What is it?
Pieces of love.
Yeah. What's the thing where like basically if you can think of it, it already exists online?
Oh, I forget.
Whatever fucking Rule 34, Rule 66, whatever the fuck it is. I think Order 66 is from fucking Star Wars.
DisabledSinglesDating.com.
Yep. I would have been shocked if there wasn't one, dude.
Man seeking a woman. Next step. All right, I'm gonna just put in some random shit here. Let's see.
Wait, do you have to be?
You got to put your fucking email address to get in here? Nah, that's cool.
Right. Nah, come on, fuckers. Let us browse. Let us browse without putting in the email address.
I wonder if somebody has fuckyou@gmail.com because they're gonna get an email.
Damn, dude.
My email is not valid.
What?
Charles Bronson. There's probably somebody with CharlesBronson@gmail.com.
Yeah.
My name is Charles Bronson.
What? It's kicking that back too?
Oh, I'm gonna. No, it's not kicking it back, but that's my username.
Yeah. He's an old man. He'll take whatever he can get at this point. He was a star in the 80s.
I just like this. Somebody with CharlesBronson@gmail.com. Oh, there's like a fucking, they want money per month in order to fucking be on Disabled Singles Dating.
Wow. Okay. See, it's a fucking fetish, dude. Who the fuck's going to pay for that kind of thing? Unless it's
I'm wondering if it's really like a dating site or if this is like a disabled hooker site.
Mm-hmm.
But look at the fucking pictures over here. They have 24/7 customer support.
That's nice.
All right, let's see here.
Let you click on them.
Why is it? Oh, that's weird. This one over here looks like Weird Al Yankovic, like if he put on a lot of weight.
The one on the bottom right.
Yeah, it looks like fat Weird Al Yankovic, but it's like a lady.
Yeah.
You can just see the top part of a cat in the picture of it.
Yeah. Do you love Weird Al and also chubby chicks and amputees?
This one looks dead in the bottom left corner. Like it looks like somebody took a picture of some lady who died when no one was looking.
Dude, you know they used to do that, right? Like back when like pictures were first like a thing because they were so expensive. Like I remember seeing this picture of like the people's daughter had died, and apparently they fucking propped her up in front of a fucking camera with her eyes open, and they would take the picture, and because again they wanted to have some visual evidence, I guess, of her daughter. But yeah, they would take pictures of the fucking dead people if they didn't have pictures of them already.
That's funny. Oh, Noob Nation was way ahead of us with a spam email. He said, just use a random email, spam email.
Right.
Satan and Satire wants to know, when did my parents realize that I was a mistake? Probably right after I was born, man. So I don't know if anybody's seen Deadpool 2 yet.
No, but I want to badly.
Okay. I want to. There's one brief spoiler, if that's cool. I don't want to be like, it's not too much.
I don't care, dude.
You don't care? Okay. So there's a scene where Deadpool hugs Cable towards the end of the movie, and I feel like that's me and Satan and Satire, because Deadpool then stabs him in the dick. It's just like someday that's gonna be a thing, man. Someday.
Nice. So they actually put Cable in the movie, huh? That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cable's in the Deadpool 2 movie. It's fucking amazing. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's
amazing. I love the first one, dude. I love the fucking first Deadpool, dude. That was fucking hilarious. That is literally the fucking role that Ryan Reynolds was born to fucking play, man.
Dude, Brad Pitt's in the movie. See if you can catch him.
Oh, really? Is it kind of like a little cameo?
Who he is? Yeah.
All right, but yeah, I definitely need to see that.
Actually, a lot of people in that movie. Fucking like Alan Tudyk is in there. Satan and Satire, I wouldn't stab you in the dick. I'm not done with that part yet. I'm worried now he's gonna fucking try to deglove me or some shit.
Yeah, he's gonna put the Vaseline glove on your dick, keep it nice and soft, dude.
Oh God. Oh man. Yeah, that is one of the creepiest parts of that book, but I fucking love it because that's
it is really weird.
It really is the essence of creepy. Like that author. Oh, he's gonna make me fuck this reptile first.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's harsh. I don't know about that.
Hey, her face may be messed up, but apparently her body is banging.
I don't know, man. I just
well, that's obviously her own assessment, but
I just it's not like, okay, if it was somebody who was cool with that same face and body, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But she just is so fucking obnoxious. I can't I don't think I get it. I don't think I could get it up.
Yeah. Plus the voice is not exactly conducive to that either.
Again, if it was somebody who was like
12 packs a day for 30 years.
Like if it was a chick who was really awesome that looked like that and sounded like that, it wouldn't be that bad. It's just the fucking personality that I think ruins that whole thing.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, it is kind of interesting because again, I used to watch her stuff. I think part of it was pity. We always had on good people, and the chat was fucking amazing. You know, the chat was really way more entertaining than the fucking stream she had.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she didn't seem that bad, but I don't know. I don't know if Zeph brought out the badness in her and it was already there, or just kind of fucking didn't see it or what. But yeah, they're fucking awful. That fucking
I think fuckwire
made me.
would consider suicide before Liz Reptile.
Yeah, I'd have to be leaning towards that, dude.
You know what, New Nation? I would have to drink a lot more than just beer. So I wouldn't forget my beer on a random table. It'd be like a big bottle of Jack.
You fucking roofie yourself, dude.
And I have to agree with Satan and Satire. I never bought that she didn't do meth. I still think Liz probably did meth at some point. Like, I'm sure that the disease didn't help, but fucking the way she looked, man, I've seen a lot of meth heads, and they all had that look. And all of them, and a lot of them, not all of them, a lot of them will be like, no, I never smoked meth.
No, it's definitely because I don't think she was that old, right? Like she was, I mean, not as old as she looks. I mean, like she's 10 years younger than she looks or something crazy like that.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she's even as old as I am. I think she might be younger than I am. Like I'm 38, and I think she might be like 34 or 33.
Yeah, and she looks like she's in her mid fucking 40s.
Oh, Shane, I don't give a fuck if people want to smoke meth as long as they're not fucking hurting people and shit. I just like it. I just don't see a point in denying it.
Yeah, but it wreaks havoc on white girls, dude.
It really does. I worked with this lady who fucking was the manager of one of the houses I worked at, and she's obviously a fucking ex-meth addict. And she used to swear up and down it was all that she ever did was fucking LSD. But she's got that fucking sunken, pinched up meth fucking face, and you're like, you fucking smoked meth.
Yeah, no, I've seen it plenty of times here. You know, I live in Southern Arizona. Meth hit here way before it hit anywhere else, or almost everywhere else. Like it's been going on here since like the fucking late 80s, early 90s. It's been pretty fucking big here. So yeah, I've seen quite a few. But again, like my ex, Mexican chick has done ridiculous amounts of meth. Still looks pretty
Mexican
good.
Still looks pretty. Yeah, I was gonna say they usually doesn't like dry. It doesn't look as bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the white chicks, dude. White chicks and meth just are fucking. It just ravages them. But anyone else, it's fucking weird. Like it might mess with them a little bit, but it's not as disastrous as it is to fucking white chicks, man.
I like Sensoka. She never smoked meth, though. She may have injected it into her eyeballs. Oh man.
Damn.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
That whole thing. I feel bad for her. I was just pity pleased, to be honest.
Yeah.
But then
I never smoked heroin. I just didn't. I just injected it into the vein under my dick.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, did you see this shit? I thought this was fucking funny. People were flipping out over this shit. The pictures that got released of kids who are with the illegal like immigrants or illegal aliens when they try to cross the border, like they take the kids away and separate them.
Oh, right.
Fucking shocked like that. It's like, how about you put the blame where it belongs on the people that were like, I'm gonna go commit a felony with my family today.
Right. Yeah, if they stayed in their own country, this wouldn't happen.
Or, immigrated legally and then fucking followed the procedures or whatever to get their fucking wife and kids over as well. Like do it the right way.
Right. Yeah. Breaking the law and then being like, hey, you know what? They can sometimes be put in shitty conditions after they get caught breaking the law.
But this was actually 2014. So before Trump was president, after authorities detained over 1,000 children who crossed the U.S.-Mexico border illegally. And they basically just were like, we got to put all these kids somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But they were going after Trump and calling it Trump's thing. But I guess there is a point at which they do. I think it's something to do with DACA, but like there are people who get deported and like their kids don't go with them all the time.
Oh, yeah. Oh wow, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, seems like you would want to.
Well, I think even Trump was tweeted out like, look, if you want to change that, you're going to have to fucking lobby the Democrats because they're the ones that put it in place.
Right.
Essentially. So, like, you want that law changed, you got to talk to Congress, man. You can't, the presidents are not supposed to just randomly fucking change laws. That's not how that works. I mean, there's a limited amount that the president can do with like a presidential act or whatever, but
you know. No, it's pretty crazy how they can just again, everything's Trump's fault, even though again Obama putting it in play. It's freaking crazy.
Oh well, I mean, it's like the whole thing with Trump is killing DACA, and it's like no, Obama put a time limit on it.
Right.
When he wrote that act, it was written to expire.
Right. Yeah, and even then, Trump was trying to work with them, and they just refused to fucking do it. They refused to fucking work.
The courts just arbitrarily decided that it couldn't just end when it ended.
Right. Even though that's the way it was enacted, was that it was set to end.
We got to put these kids somewhere. Coney 2012. It's just a misunderstanding. See, you can tell when Satan says like he's going to kill Sensoka last. Like you can tell that Satan really does have that warm, fuzzy heart of gold in the middle.
Yeah. He just needs hugs, man. I'm telling you, dude just needs some hugs.
He just needs a lot of hugs.
Let the love flow.
Oh man, one of these days I'm gonna fucking wake up and there's gonna be like a guy just fucking stabbing me or something. Like I fucking told you.
Hug this motherfucker.
Yeah, it was just my spirit animal. Fucking, I love the end of Avengers, that Infinity War. That was great.
I haven't seen that one yet either, and that's one I desperately want to see.
That's fucking epic.
Yeah.
Go
I'm familiar with the storyline. Although, didn't fucking Adam Warlock play a big role in the fucking comic version? And I don't think he's in the movie at all,
that's
right?
The one who turns into like a monster.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time. Yeah. Avengers.
Oh no, that's a DC character I'm thinking of. Never mind. I don't know. I mean, in Infinity War, they've got Doctor Strange plays a huge part.
Maybe they kind of replaced Warlock with Doctor Strange.
Oh, Adam Warlock has unofficially been confirmed for Infinity Wars 2. Oh, you know what's a fucking trip? They're going to do a whole fucking movie about Queen and Bohemian Rhapsody and Freddie Mercury and all that. They're not going to include anything about him being gay or anything about AIDS.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like the two most dramatic parts of that man's life and the two most crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like,
well, he's bisexual.
They're going to leave out of the story.
He's bisexual, right?
Well, Freddie Mercury was gay, like not bisexual at all.
Oh, okay, I thought he was bi.
No, he was just into dudes.
I
think he pretended to be into ladies for a short period of time because of the time period. It certainly wasn't like, oh, you're gay, no big deal. Because of that time period, it was more like, oh, you fucking.
Oh yeah, the fucking 70s and 80s, yeah.
Yeah, it still wasn't. It wasn't.
But no, I thought I'd heard like even after he died that he was bisexual.
Oh, let me see. I don't know. I could be wrong.
But yeah, no, I thought I remember. Going back to the Warlock thing, yeah, Adam Warlock was a major fucking player in the fucking Infinity Gauntlet thing, so to leave him out of the fucking movie is a little weird. But you said he's going to be there's going to be a part 2 or whatever?
Yeah, the Infinity Wars is a part 1 of a part 2.
Yeah, okay, I didn't realize that.
Oh, okay, maybe he was bisexual, I don't know.
But you're right, it could have just been like a cover, like, okay, as long as he's not all gay, you know what I mean? Like back then, they're like, no, he's bisexual. It's okay.
I'm not clear on whether he was like gay or
yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
I'm pretty sure he was just gay.
Right, or mostly gay.
But it doesn't even matter. Like, who cares? It's just it was part of his life story. And so pretending that like they're not going to even cover any of that shit.
Like how are you going to say how he died tragically young? Like he just died? Like you're not going to give the fucking reason?
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
Here's the guy that they're going to have play the part. That's the guy that plays.
I was on the wrong page. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I got it.
That's the guy playing Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's a pretty good, yeah, with the makeup and like the digital effects. He comes out looking exactly like, looking exactly like Freddie Mercury.
Right on.
But yeah, I think it's a trip that they're going to make a whole movie. I think it's going to be called Bohemian Rhapsody, but pardon me. But they're just going to fucking leave out like major fucking parts of the story.
Right. Yeah, just unimportant things like what killed him, why he died tragically young. Yeah.
Oh, let's see from Satan in the chat. If you remember the end of Guardians Volume 2, they introduced the breeding pod for something called Adam. So that might be interesting.
It's been a while.
The actor looks like a guy that would get AIDS. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And they're gonna make a fucking. This was ridiculous. Like they did the Ghostbusters with the. It's a girl movie now. They're gonna take the Oceans, because there was like Oceans 11, 12, and 13, the remakes with the. What's his name? George Clooney. They're gonna make an Oceans 8, and it's all with ladies. It looks fucking awful. Supposedly, the leader of the group is Danny Ocean's sister, who was never mentioned in any of the lore of any of those movies.
Yeah, why not?
It's gonna bomb so fucking bad. It just looks terrible, and it's such a great actresses, like great cast, but it's just not gonna really work. It'd just be like,
dude, it's forced. It's just moving.
So dumb.
Why the hell they have to fucking force this shit on us like that, dude? Like, it's so obvious, and nobody was calling for that, really. Just like the all girls Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
Well, it's poorly done too. Like, the people that they had in the Ghostbusters movies are all pretty funny chicks, dude.
Well, the plot of it is so fucking sexist, and I don't think anybody recognizes it. Like, they're at a fashion show and they're gonna steal some fucking jewelry off of a model.
Right.
Like,
right.
That's the fucking.
Yeah, why not have them steal a fucking the world's most expensive blender or spatula while they're at it?
They're gonna get like the best vacuum cleaner in the world. They're gonna steal the plans for it.
Oh god, dude, that's fucking hilarious.
Oh man, Satan and Satire is gonna kill Sinsoka too, man. Welcome to the list, Sinsoka. We're on it. We're all fucking on that list, man.
You just made the list.
Oh, and in news that surprises absolutely no one, Roseanne got her show canceled by fucking mouthing off on Twitter.
Right.
I don't think she was. I don't think that tweet was racist, because if you look at that lady, she fucking looks like a monkey.
She has some simian features, dude. Yeah,
she looks a lot like an egg. And she wasn't being like. She was just insulting that one person. She wasn't insulting everybody who's black. So
it was ridiculous.
That doesn't count as racism.
Although again, if you've because I follow Roseanne on Twitter, that bitch is fucking crazy.
She's out of her fucking mind. Well, that's why I said in news that in news that nobody is surprised by.
Yeah,
she always ends up fucking herself with her mouth, like getting like talking.
Yeah,
she should.
Yeah, she can't help herself.
Ambien, by the way.
Oh, really?
She was Ambien tweeting, and then Ambien started mocking her, and it's just like the whole thing is turning into the typical, Roseanne Barr crazy fucking circus.
Yeah, although Ambien is pretty fucking crazy, dude. Apparently, I've seen. Dude, my ex took that shit, and she was. Dude, my ex took the fucking Ambien. Like, if you stay awake, if you don't go to sleep, like you're fucked. You're fucking hallucinating and shit. Like, my ex saw a fucking rack, like a rack of clothes, and thought there was 50 people in the house, dude. Yeah, like a movable rack, like it had like 50 like jackets or whatever on it. She thought each one of those was a fucking person that was in the house, dude.
People have gone out like driving and fucking bought shit in stores and like done all sorts of crazy shit on Ambien.
Yeah. So it is kind of plausible, then,
Yeah. No, it's not entirely implausible. Like, let's be fair. Like, Roseanne is a weed smoking, drug doing, crazy old lady comic, which is why she's so much fucking fun. Like, she's that's what makes her fucking
she's so entertaining, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Racism and cake.
All right, should we drop the link for Satan?
All right. Yeah, come on in, man. Fuck yeah.
I'll just throw it in the chat because I'm a fucking idiot. It's cool.
Yeah, I don't think he's been on since that when I was up in Flagstaff on vacation or whatever, dude.
Oh yeah, right on.
That was like,
I think
a year and a half ago.
Was a little afraid of him. Oh man, I just thought that was so funny that like Roseanne got fired for mouthing off on Twitter, and it's like, yeah, nobody's surprised by that. We all saw that.
Yeah, like did they not look at her Twitter history before they fucking brought the show back?
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking nuts, dude. She's going to speak her mind, dude. You know, she's going to say some crazy shit.
Not in a polite and friendly PG-13 manner ever.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be as fucking harsh as you can fucking imagine.
All right, there we go. Satan's joined in on this.
Who's afraid of me?
I think Englehart, the other guy that's usually on Sunday nights.
Good to know. I'm gonna fuck with him from now on.
Oh man, I want to feel bad about that, but I can't because I'm a terrible human being.
Oh, it's fine. He's friends with you, so he can't be that great.
Oh, nice. God damn. Oh.
But no, like this story, and I am genuinely surprised as to why more people on the quote unquote our side of what you know what the fuck I mean. Like nobody is covering this, but
okay.
Basically, like the only person I've heard mention it at all has been Tim Pool, and that was it. And basically, and I heard about it basically like an hour before I heard about it from him. But anyway, so I still feel like I discovered it. Whatever. But there was this bakery in Oregon, Portland, Oregon. So you know the fucking area.
Oh yeah, I know that area.
That is hippie central.
It closes at 9:00, and at 9:04 they turn off they have it was busy for closing time. They had like 8 people in line at close, and they got a few of them out right before it closed. Right, so but at 9:04 they turn off the open sign, and then 2 black women show up. Said, "Oh no, we're closed." Like
and they're alleging because they're black. They're like, because we're black.
Oh no, it gets better because one of these 2 women's is a very well-known political activist and social activist and all this other shit in the city, right?
Oh no.
So she made this huge stink about it, and immediately the owner of the bakery fires these 2 girls. Like the two girls that were working there that night, fires them.
Oh, that's fucking ridiculous, man.
Admitting that, well, I know it wasn't racist and they were just doing what we told them to do and following our practices, but it looks bad. So we're just going to go ahead and fire them and try and save some face.
Oh my God, that's so fucked up,
bullshit. Dude. God damn. Dude, that shit's happening everywhere, dude. Like, dude.
Even the person who, like the social activist, admitted that it wasn't racist, but still put out a huge blog and yada yada about it.
Mm-hmm. And wait. How fucking crazy are these people at this point? Like they're like flat out, no, it's not racist, but these motherfuckers right here, like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah,
they were fired because they didn't want it to seem racist, even though everyone involved admitted that it had nothing to do with race.
What was the fucking activist bitch bitching about then? If she didn't think it was racist,
essentially, it's just because she didn't get served and she was pissed off and wanted to ruin people's lives.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, that's ultimately what all of it's about, anyway.
True, but this time there's not even a guise of it's racism, it's sexism, it's bigotry of some kind. No, it's just I had a bad experience, so I want to ruin people's lives.
Right, I'm black and I had a bad experience. It wasn't racist, but I am black, so you know.
Well, don't these people know what Yelp is? I mean, that's kind of what Yelp is for. Is you just you weren't happy for some reason, so now you have your opportunity to like shit on some business somewhere, and that's pretty much all that Yelp is.
Right.
Like,
No, you got to take it.
like, if you're on Yelp, you take the most vitriolic like posts, shove those aside, and the ones that are like glowing reviews, shove those aside. Those are absolute bullshit. Those are people who are either friends of the fucking company or they just write nothing but good reviews because they're those kind of people, and no one loves them. They're just fucking useless. And then the people that just had a bad service and they're just gonna write the meanest, nastiest fucking shit. Those are unreliable sources. Find the shit in the middle and then look for certain words like, oh no, that's like, even though you're trying to make it sound like it's good, that still sounds kind of shitty. Or even though you're trying to make it sound bad, it doesn't sound that bad. I'm gonna go there. Like, those are the reviews that are actually worth fucking reading. But they're just, oh, I hate this bitch, this place, and yada yada. No, okay, fuck you. You're a useless piece of shit. This was the most experience I have ever had. You're fucking lying. Have you never had sex before? That's better than you getting fucking tacos from a taco stand. Like, fuck you. Sex is better than that. You're lying.
Oh man, no, I was just trying to find somebody I know who's been there.
That works too.
Because I don't trust anybody online. Because I know I'm online. And I'm not
I don't know. You can kind of weed out. You can weed out like the bullshit by kind of looking through it, and you're like, okay, yeah, that's fucking. Well, they just gave him 5 stars because they're fucking friends with him, or okay, that person's really pissed off, and they, because again, and no matter what, any fucking business, there's going to be people that have bad experiences. It's fucking inevitable, no matter how good the business is.
With Amazon, if you're looking at buying something on Amazon and you're looking at the reviews. Look at the 3, 4, and 2-star reviews. Don't look at the 1 and 5s.
Oh yeah,
right,
exactly.
Yeah, or Google Play or the App Store, whatever. Any of that, anything that has reviews, really.
Okay, if you know anyone that reviews an app, like an actual human being that you know personally that has taken time to write a review for an app. Murder them.
That's a good point, dude. I've never liked an app or hated an app enough to fucking actually write out a review.
They don't belong in the gene pool. That should be nothing but bots, and we should ignore every single bit of it.
Oh, you know what's a trip? People are actually talking about boycotting ABC or NBC or whatever it was that Roseanne was on. And she's telling them not to, and I'm just sitting there going like, but isn't that like the same thing as the people who try to get who got her show canceled were saying? Like, if everybody's just going to boycott them regardless, like, isn't that a good lesson for these companies? That like, it doesn't fucking matter what you do, somebody's going to be pissed off and talk about boycotting you. So stop fucking paying attention to these assholes because they're still going to tune in. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I thought it was. I don't know if it was Styx, Heckhammer or not, but somebody was bringing up the point of like, dude, let the fucking audience decide. Yeah, like, keep it going, and if people stop watching and boycotting it or whatever, but the odds are the people that are bitching aren't watching the show anyway.
Well, and Roseanne going off and saying stupid shit is probably why half the audience shows up in the first place.
Right? Yeah, it's almost the fucking train wreck / car crash thing where you're like, oh god, got to see what's going to happen here.
Yeah, and also, really, how fucking ridiculous has your political ideology gotten to when it hangs on whether or not fucking Roseanne has a TV show?
Right. Yeah, but that's a fucking victory.
That's your fucking barometer.
And that goes for both sides too. I mean, like, there are people that are, well, if she's not going to have her show, then and on the other side, well, if she didn't get her show canceled, then like they're both losing their fucking shit over whether or not this person is on the air for essentially no goddamn reason.
Yeah, I'm not all that passionate about it. Like, I think it's messed up that it got canceled, but I'm not that passionate about it.
The only people that thought she was black anyway.
That's a good point.
She is only a quarter of a shade darker than Sean King.
Oh man, my cousin is blacker than Sean King. Of course, my cousin's actually black, but that's different.
Tennis lessons are blacker than Sean King.
Well, he's like half black. He's like half
That's pretty fucking white, bro. That's pretty fucking white.
Could have gone like Kathy Griffin is whiter, is blacker than Sean King.
But no, I
tennis
don't.
lessons thing. I did steal that from Patrice O'Neill. So
I knew that was a good joke. I knew that couldn't have come from you.
Yeah, another white guy stealing black guys' jokes. You owe somebody a donkey, man.
Just more cultural appropriation, man.
More cultural appropriation. Oh man, you know what you gotta send? You gotta send $10 to that fucking bar.
Yeah.
What? Wait, hold on. Somebody said bar. I'm interested. What happened?
So there was a bar, I think in Oregon actually, where they had a reparations night where only people of color were welcome.
Oh yeah.
Free $10 for showing up as like a form of reparations, and it was all donated largely by white people.
Yeah, like before, and they were not. Yeah, the white people could not show up, right? They could donate beforehand, but they could not be there.
Well, didn't we already learn our lesson from the Native Americans that paying people reparations in booze isn't a good idea because they just end up alcoholics for the next 200 years? It doesn't work. Like that their entire culture now is arrowheads, jean jackets, and whiskey. We fucked them up.
Right.
Like, look at Max Bear. Like, look, he grew up to be that. That can't be a good culture.
My aunt is as white as you can possibly get, and she believes herself to be a Native American shaman. To the point where we literally, I shit you not, after my grandpa died, my grandma was really sad about it. So we fucking had a Native American ceremony where we fucking rode her across the living room on a fucking footrest.
Wow.
Like, my dad pushed my grandma across the living room ceremonially so that she could cross over to the other side and speak with his spirit on a fucking like footrest.
Jesus. Did she cut off her braid? Did she have a long braid that she cut off when he died?
No, she had my grandma had short hair. I don't know if my aunt did or not. That's possible.
Yeah, because you're supposed to do that if you're really grieving for somebody. You're supposed to have a long ass braid cut off. Native American. I know guys that like Native American guys that have actually done that, like when their dad died and shit.
Oh, is that what they do? They cut off a braid or something, like a cultural thing?
Yeah, the whole thing. Like the dude has like really long hair that he usually kept in a braid. He would cut the whole fucking braid off, dude.
Oh, it was like a ceremonial thing. Yeah, whatever, man. Like everybody's got their thing.
Yeah.
I felt like if I could take in the fucking footstool to the chair and rowing Granny across the fucking living room.
It's pretty ridiculous, dude.
Probably not a real Native American fucking cultural thing.
Yeah, but most white people do claim it. Like for myself, for example, I'm like 1/16. But yeah, I'm not doing any ceremonies. I don't feel like that's quite enough to qualify for any rolling across the fucking living room ceremonies.
I literally bit my cheek so hard I was bleeding pretty badly for a few minutes there, trying not to laugh because it was the most ridiculous thing I've ever watched in my life.
It was pretty fucked. Should have filmed it. Like, no, we got to get it's a solemn occasion. You got to let me film this.
I don't think we even had like cell phone cameras back then. Or if we did, they were like fucking, I don't know, like the fucking 8-pixel cameras or shit, where you're like, it looks like a Mario figure, not a person.
Little thumbnail pictures.
Yeah, this is a long time ago.
This is a little bit off topic, but people do some really fucking retarded shit at funerals.
Yep.
Like, I mean, like, and just going from like the generic thing, it is never, ever, ever a good idea to have someone just because they're like at the church you're doing the ceremony at or at whatever, but have somebody that did not know the fucking dead person talk about the life of the dead person. It's always, always bad. And you can tell because every time they start talking about it, everyone in the audience looks at each other like, this nigga needs to shut the fuck up. What the fuck is this bitch needs to shut the fuck up?
Yeah, although
it's
like
always so fun. They just put their own personal shit in there, and it's never accurate to who the person was.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah. I never understood why they have to have at a Catholic burial, why they have to have an entire fucking mass service in addition to all the other shit. They do it at weddings, they do it at funerals, like any fucking occasion, dude. The priest will get up there and deliver an entire fucking mass. Again, in addition
the only
to
time Catholics go to
any
church.
kind of eulogies and shit. Yeah. What was that I missaid?
Well, you got a chance.
it's the only time that Catholics actually go to church.
All right.
Weddings, funerals, Christmas, and Easter. That's it.
Right. That's a good point. Like, hey, I've actually got an audience this time. I'm gonna fucking yap for an hour.
I don't get the fucking displaying of the dead body. Like my aunt, when my aunt died, they had an open casket thing where everybody went through and had a viewing of the corpse, and I'm just like, that seems fucking weird.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah,
Is it to prove that the
know.
person's dead? Like in case there were doubters.
Mm.
Like we don't want.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I think it just.
Well, I mean, like with every kind of ceremony thing, like even things that we just kind of do just because it's habit at this point, that there's no real meaning behind it, at some point had some kind of meaning, and that may be it. It may be, if you can't see the person, then you can't whisper your prayers at them, and they can't hear them, and then Jesus doesn't get to pick them up on the phone, like that kind of weird shit. But
yeah, although to be real for a second, sometimes sometimes the person being dead isn't real until you actually see their dead body too. So some of it,
for some people,
part of the
it's not
grieving
like a real
process.
thing. Okay, for grief thing.
You'll see people that don't really fucking start crying or anything until they see them in the casket.
And those people are called retarded because they don't understand what dead means.
Oh goddamn! Oh man,
it's just grieve different. Jesus Christ, dude.
Wait. So you mean he's sleeping? Well, so if I go over there and poke him, why won't he wake? Mommy, why won't Daddy wake up? That's a fucking retard. That's a retard kid you got there.
Oh man, I want to go work as a puppet at my funeral, so I can be part of the party. I want everybody to get fucking wasted, have a great time, listen to great music, have like a barbecue, and then at the fucking end, put me on the barbecue and just fucking burn me. Don't waste the fucking plot.
Big funeral pyre, huh?
Yeah.
It's something. I have something very similar to that. Like I even wrote it into my will that like there's only 2 rules at my funeral. Well, 3, I guess. 1, there's going to be a bouncer. There will be a bouncer. There will be a list. If you're not on the list, fuck you.
Oh man.
Open bar. If you're not drinking, get the fuck out of my funeral. You didn't know me well enough. And 3, if you're crying, fuck you, get the fuck out of my funeral. You didn't know me well enough. Unless it's my granny. My granny's allowed to cry. Everyone else, they get kicked out.
You get them bounced out, dude.
Hell yeah!
Fucking
like I said,
here.
there will be a bouncer at my funeral, like sitting there with an open bar.
Oh, I like that. Because eventually, like some people will get kicked out because there's always those drunks that just start crying when they drink too much. You get to watch those people because everybody else is going to enjoy watching those people get thrown out.
Oh yeah, like, and there's some people that I'm sure I could invite just to have that happen that I haven't seen in like 12 years, but at the time we were really close because when all of your friends are always dying, everyone that's still alive is a close friend until you see them 30 years later when they're dead. Like, but I don't know. It's weird, dude. Like I've been to a bunch of funerals recently because like just over some stupid shit, fucking ODs, car accidents. A really good friend of mine actually got fucking beat to death walking home from the bar. Like we assume it was a mugging. That may have been secondary, but
wow,
it had to have been a bunch of dudes because that dude could fucking fight. Like he was not a fucking bitch. So unless they came up behind him and cheap shotted him, there's no fucking way one dude took his ass down.
Wow. That's fucking crazy, man.
Sensoka wants a beer tap installed in your skull so he can have a good time.
That sounds like fun.
I was thinking that like might be my only chance to give you a hug without getting stabbed.
I mean,
no,
somebody else might stab you, but not by you, at least.
He'll have some kind of
there's one
anti-hug
way.
contraption rigged up to his body, dude. You got to write that into your will too.
There is one way you could give me a hug and I wouldn't stab you. Well, probably. I might still stab you, but you can mouth hug my penis.
Oh. That's a roundabout way of saying blow me asshole.
Yeah, he won't stab you right away, is what he's saying.
I mean, not till you're finished, at least. I'll be polite.
just a tap right before you nut.
No, but like one of the reasons I brought up funerals, I did want to mention this. Like I was a camera operator for a long time and did all sorts of weird shit. Like I worked on a few short films. I worked on a couple of pilots that never went to air, and commercials and live events, weddings, all that kind of thing. But I did a few of these events. Don't have people record funerals.
That sounds really fucking awful.
It is for everyone involved, especially when like the mom of the dead kid is like, all right, well, if you see anyone crying, go up and get a close-up because we want it to be emotional.
Oh my God.
You're asking me to walk around during a funeral and stick a camera in people's faces while they're crying. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I think we know why Satan drinks now. I mean,
Jesus.
Well,
Dude, that's
okay, like to be fair to them, kinda. I mean, it's still retarded, and there's no excuse for it. But they had a lot of family out of country that couldn't be there for the funeral, so they wanted them to see it. But even still, if they're crying, go stick the camera in their face. It'll be more beautiful. No, that's not more beautiful. That's just more creepy, bitch.
That's fucking sociopathic / borderline bullshit, dude. That's fucking disturbing. That's a disturbing request, dude.
They paid me really well, so I went ahead and did it. But yeah, dude, like, and one of them, I didn't realize it was his sister because she wasn't like, and I avoided the front row because I wasn't doing immediate family. I wasn't gonna fuck with them. The only person I talked to in immediate family was the mom. It's like, I don't want to deal with your sadness. Fuck you. I'm not dealing with, I'll deal with her crying. I'm not dealing with any of y'all crying.
Did you hook up with your sister like, out of respect?
No, I just didn't want to deal with it. Like, I don't have respect for them. I didn't know them.
Yeah, that's the thing that I thought would be interesting is you might also catch people getting ready to hook up. Like at the funeral, because a lot of people are going to hook up after that funeral.
Yeah, if Will Ferrell's character in Wedding Crashers is any indication, that's absolutely going on.
But that's long since been like a thing, like way before that movie. Like people in funerals like end up fucking a lot.
Really?
Afterwards, it's a reaffirmation of life.
It's grief fucking.
Oh yeah, okay, I kind of understood. Fucking weird though.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Weddings, funerals, and family reunions.
Just a fucking. I had a family reunion and I didn't go, like, because it was in Vegas in the middle of summer, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not going to hell to see like how hot hell gets.
Fucking summer, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, no, thank you. Dude, I burn in moonlight. I'm not going to Vegas in the middle of summer for anything.
How white are you?
$1,000,000. I am so fucking pale. And the funny thing is, only like half my family's white. But no, I'm fucking so pale, dude. I burn in the moonlight. It's crazy. But like, no, apparently I have a distant, like, second, third, fifth, I don't know what the fucking relation is, relative. It's like a girl that's somewhat hot. And my dad was like telling me, like, oh, you should have gone. You got together with her. And I'm like, the fuck are you kidding? Are you fucking serious?
Your dad was trying to get you to fuck one of your cousins.
He was telling me I should have gone because I probably could have gotten down with her. And I'm like, that's not cool. What the fuck is wrong with you?
This
you're related.
Was
you're not that related.
That was my father.
Yeah, that's disturbing.
Honestly, I understand you so much more now.
It's actually, yeah. Come to think of it, it's kind of a miracle that you're not more screwed up, Stabby.
Well, my grandpa wanted to take me when I turned 18 to a whorehouse. I mean, so I mean,
Wow.
like this is the whole thing. It's just a lot of weird shit in my family.
Well, in his day, I think they actually still did that kind of shit, dude.
Probably.
Yeah.
Luckily, he passed on before that.
The
Luckily.
best story, or I got a bunch of good stories about my dad, but the only one that doesn't end with me getting beaten later on that day was the day he took me to Hooters. I think I was like 9 or 10 years old, something like that. And he's like, or I'm sitting there staring at and he's like, "Oh yeah, you like the waitresses?" He's like, "Yeah." What do you want to do? I want to take them home. What do you think you're gonna do if you take them home? I'm gonna suck her titty. my dad would without fail would not fail to tell that story every single chance he got.
Damn.
Oh man! Well, as a 9-year-old, you brought all the attention.
What?
Like every woman in that bar is probably going over there and like making eyes at you and like,
oh,
look at the cute kid.
Oh no, but like honestly, like if you were a small child, if you were an old man, or if you're a sad guy that's all bandaged up, Hooters waitresses love you. That third one, I only know from personal experience. And just for the record, stab wound and dead dad is a really good combination to have Hooters waitresses go and fuck you in your hotel room while your boss is asleep.
Damn, dude. Yeah.
Oh man.
Get some insight into Satan satires like
that. And she had the body. She's actually a pretty good looking girl. But she didn't think that like groping would be part of the job.
At Hooters?
I told her, I'm like flat out, I'm like, hey, dude, Hooters is probably really good money. You just realize that, you're gonna have to deal with like some dude grabbing your ass every so often. Like that's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're dressed like that and you're serving alcohol to people, it's gonna happen at least occasionally.
Yeah, and they'll probably throw the guy out or fucking whatever, but like it's gonna happen. Like that's just
right. It's gonna happen before he gets thrown out.
And she was like, "Oh, that's terrible." And that's when I realized, like, that's probably not the job for you.
Right.
You have to
a little too naive.
Sit her down and explain to her that if she wants to be a stripper, nudity is going to be involved.
Well, she was like fucking, I want to say she was like 18 or 19 years old at the time. So I think she just was at that young, fucking oblivious, dumbass stage.
Right.
Just don't fucking understand how the world works yet. So I probably shouldn't have said a damn thing.
just let her figure it out.
Find out on her own, dude.
Yeah.
She'll realize what happened once the baby comes.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I liked her because she was the only one who worked at that program at the time.
That wasn't your cousin?
How grammar and punctuation works. So the documentation we do, like when we write down our notes and stuff, is all legal documents that can and sometimes end up in court. So, it's important that you have punctuation correct and grammar correct. And out of all the people that worked at the house, it was like she was the only other person who understood the English language when it was written down.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was always like, oh, I like this person because they actually fucking have half a clue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially the younger you get. I don't know if it's like anybody under the age of 25 gets like kicked in the nuts if they use more than 2 or 3 comments in a paragraph. But yeah, it's something really bizarre. Like it'll be an entire paragraph, and there'll be like 1 comma in a weird spot, and maybe broken up into 2 sentences.
Punctuation is for faggots. No, but dude, I had an issue with doing that when I was in school too. Like they would be like grammatically correct, like the entire sentence structure. There was nothing wrong with sentence structure, but the sentence was a fucking page long. And my teachers would always get so fucking pissed off because like I would have like parentheses and colons and commas all over the place, all in one sentence. And if the sentence is a page long, it's like I I can't dock you because it's correct, but why are you making me read page-long sentences? What is wrong with you? Stop writing like this.
Oh man, that's the way to go, man.
I actually do that quite a bit too. Maybe not quite to that extreme, but yeah, I'll throw 2 or 3 commas sometimes in a fucking sentence, dude. Let that fucker go on forever. Yeah. But no, what bugs me about it is they'll write shit that is easily misunderstood when it could have easily been cleared up if with just to put a fucking comma in the right spot or fucking put a period where it should have been.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, okay.
But, yeah.
I have a question for the two of you. Are you pro or anti Oxford comma?
I'm pro, dude.
Yeah, I'd say pro.
All right. You can die last.
I just figure if it wasn't meant to be a sentence, then it wouldn't be correct according to the rules that we use. So if it's a page-long sentence and it's correct, then it was meant to be a sentence.
I mean, like to be fair, like it is a dick move. Like those sentences are obnoxious and annoying to read, but they are actually correct. But they're still a dick move to do to your teachers.
Oh yeah, well, but then again, teachers in high school are so fucking obnoxious half the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. High school's fucking terrible. I had a fucking high school teacher kick me in the ass one time. I was like at the mall walking around with my friends. And to be fair, I probably deserve to get kicked in the ass just for walking around the fucking mall. But he fucking snuck up behind me and like kicked me in the ass and then just fucking ran off giggling.
Wow. That's fucking weird.
That was my high school.
Okay, I thought you meant like at school.
No. Fucking just ran off like giggling like a child.
Wow.
The only teacher who inappropriately touched me was Miss Orosio, and I didn't mind. She was.
You didn't mind. That sounds so much better than the high school teacher I had that hit on me after high school. Because that was like an old lady. It's like, no, grandma. No, thank you.
Like weird thing, like she was a student teacher, right? So she was 24, 25, like she was fresh out of college.
Oh
yeah. She may have even been younger than that still taking classes because sometimes they do their student teaching years while they're still in school. But
that's pretty fucked up, though.
Either way, like if you were even remotely cute and were over the age of 7, like if you were 18 or older, yeah, dude, Miss Orosio was your favorite fucking Spanish teacher.
See, the teacher I'm talking about was in her late 40s when I was in high school.
Oh,
by the time she hit on me after, because it was a few years after, probably in her 50s.
Yeah,
that was pretty disturbing.
Did you give her the dick?
God no. No.
Why? I mean, why wouldn't you give her the dick?
Like, why would I not give fucking Liz Reptile the dick? No.
I mean, okay, that's an obvious answer, and it's because you don't want it to get eaten off by the teeth that are obviously not in her mouth anymore that have migrated south. So, like that I understand Liz Reptile.
They all ran away from the meth pipe.
We got to get out of here. We're done for. Let's go down to the vag area.
Honestly, I don't know why. Did me and you have issues with Liz in the past? Like whatever, because I don't ever talk shit about Liz, but whenever I come in your chat, for whatever reason, I'm always like, Liz Reptile is a good punchline.
I don't know. I don't know. To be fair. Like, I just like I've never had beef. I don't know the whole fucking drama circus bullshit. I don't watch any of those people anymore. Fuck them.
Yeah, it's been a long time. But yeah, well, yeah, I think again once she hooked up with Zeph, it's just been really this weird fucking delusional arrogance thing that just bugs the fucking hell out of me from both of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that dude was fucking hilariously like bizarre.
Dude, it was oh man. Yeah, no, I found him fascinating. Well, not like he was boring as fuck, but just his again that delusional arrogance. I find that fascinating, dude, because he had this appeared to have this concept of everybody being like completely jealous of him and him being this huge fucking deal, and nobody really gave a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I just found that so fucking fascinating, dude.
Like
You
I
know?
know nobody wants to fucking is jealous of me. That'd be fucking ridiculous. Like,
Yeah, it's the same thing
you
I
can
find
be the
fascinating
loser that
about
I am.
Ogre, dude. You know, they just think they're these huge fucking deals, and that
fucking
everybody's
Ogre.
concerned with what they're doing, and nobody gives a shit.
Oh yeah, that dude is so crazy.
Him, I genuinely do have a deep-seated issue with, but I really do try not to talk about it because every time I actually get into it, I end up just going on rants on fucking Twitter for an hour and a half until it's
Oh yeah,
nobody cares. Shut up. Okay, I'll stop now.
Yeah. No, yeah. You're talking about Ogre?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he's awful, dude. But again, I just find that delusional arrogance thing fucking fascinating for some reason.
I thought, to be fair, I thought Ogre and Tonka kind of deserved each other. They're just so ridiculous. And like them fighting was like even more ridiculous to the point of being like, you guys really kind of maybe you should just date.
You really go to bromance to romance.
Oh, fuck out in the chat. That's harsh, dude. At least we can all be proud that we're not Satan and satire. Oh, sorry, dude.
Nah, I mean honestly, like you should be proud of that. That's a great accomplishment. Not being me is the best thing you'll ever do.
I'd say not being any of us on this show. Good Lord. I don't know. Daytwa has a kid. He's actually done something like halfway decent.
Wait, hold on, wait. You say that just because he has a kid. How is the kid? Is the kid at least halfway decent? Because if not, then he's still a fucking miserable failure.
Yeah, no, he's actually a really good kid, dude. I don't know how it happened, but yeah, he's actually...
Picks where it didn't happen. I like them in beta.
It didn't happen. All right, I'm going to say I would not give Satan and satire picks. Just say, probably not a good plan.
Yeah, I'll take pics of the teacher's notes saying he's a great kid. That's about it.
Like at this point, honestly, I hope you don't, because then I'd have to find something fucked up to do that isn't creepy and like weird. So like I don't send me pictures of the kid, because I will have to rise to the challenge and do something fucked up, and I don't want to have to do that. It'll be weird.
Yeah. No, I am fairly certain that I will forget about it and never do any of that shit anyway. So you're safe, dude.
Probably a good idea.
Noob Nation in the chat wants to know if internet blood sports is still a thing. I don't know.
Right.
I don't.
Yeah, is that still popular? Are people still watching that like crazy?
I have no idea.
It changes channels every like 13 minutes, so I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, the last thing I saw was somebody else that I follow on Twitter retweeted, because I stopped following all those people. But somebody retweeted, I think Tonka sold the rights to his show, or leased the rights to his show to Failure Accomplished. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, that whole thing, like, I get that whole concept sounds insane.
Right.
But I think that's what happened. I'm not sure. I don't know how many of those channels still do whatever the fuck it is they do.
Yeah. No, I definitely stopped caring a long time ago, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think we actually talked about that, how Failure seems to be able to ingratiate himself with pretty much anyone popular, but he can't get anybody to watch his show on a regular basis.
Which is not the numbers that make a really successful YouTube channel. Like, I was watching fucking... Like, I don't know if any of you guys know who Patty Mayo is, but he's a guy who does, like, bounty hunting for, like, a bail bonds company. Like, if somebody doesn't show up to court and they're out on bail, he has to go fucking pick them up so that the company's not out a whole lot more money.
Right. Yeah, I think
he had an audience of, like, 800 or 900 people watching his live stream, and he's literally just running fucking errands. Like, he just went and picked up like some headphones at a Best Buy, and was like returning a carpet to fucking Home Depot or some shit.
Well, I mean, when you have 1.9 million subs, yeah, like you can just go do random shit, and if 0.0001% of the people that are subscribed to you are gonna watch the stream, oh yeah, then you're gonna be fine. You'll have people there.
Yeah, that's a good point. Although, yeah, I don't think I ever watch any of his live streams.
Well,
I do watch his videos.
I've never watched his live streams before now. I was just like, all right, I keep seeing these pop up. What the fuck is this? And it was called Invasion of Privacy Stream 1.
Okay,
so
yeah, I
like,
saw that pop up, but yeah, is it actually any good?
Like,
because he's a funny dude. He's a funny guy. He's pretty entertaining, but I don't know if is it actually good watching it or not really?
No, it was boring as fuck. He just bought a fucking pair of headphones. And he was trying to sell like the camper fucking cab on his truck or some shit. I don't know.
Oh wow! All right, so he's getting into some mundane bullshit.
Yeah,
no, his bounty hunting
busting
videos are fantastic.
He wasn't busting people. That's what I watched. Well, that's what's entertaining.
Yeah, those are fucking fantastic. Yeah.
Well, apparently Tonka said it was Failure's show when it was on Failure's channel because he was in control of the stream. See, yeah, exactly. Fuck what I don't follow these people because that shit all just gets so weird. Too much weird, too much fucking emotional investment and just silly nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I would be curious. Not curious enough to actually look it up, but I would be curious what numbers they're doing lately. Relative to what they were, back.
That's probably still drawing a pretty good crowd, man. I mean, it's not really that different from like a Jerry Springer or like a fucking. There's other people that do things like Jerry Springer show. I can't really. I don't watch those either, so I don't know.
Yeah,
my biggest issue is like, and I hate saying this because at one point I was actually fucking friends with Failure. So I hate shitting on somebody who I didn't really have a falling out with, but we just stopped talking, and I've been watching what he's doing. But Failure is just an uninteresting, unfunny attention whore.
Yeah. That's like, exactly my point. It's like, dude, you've been in front of all these audiences and you can't grow a crowd because you're just not that interesting, dude.
And fucking Tonka. Like, as much as I have to say about Tonka, Tonka is quick, he's funny, and he's charismatic. He's still a cunt, but no, I mean, I'll give him the credit that he's due. And if you're talking about YouTube's, calling someone charismatic is basically saying you have the ability to be successful, because that's really all it fucking takes on YouTube is be charismatic and not a complete shitheel. But he's kind of falling into the last one, so
yeah, I would imagine. I don't know. He's got to be getting burnt out on doing that shit, dude. Maybe not, but I don't know, man.
Well, that much anger that long eventually fucking gets.
He definitely has the anger issues too, man. Holy shit. I don't know how much he plays that up and how much is genuine, but I think it's pretty fucking genuine, dude.
Dude, he had people reporting to him on fucking the shit we were saying fucking like a year ago or months ago, whenever that shit happened.
Dude, yeah, he actually had spies reporting back on this that gets 5 or 6 views if we're lucky.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's a level of fucking obsession and anger that is absurd.
I forgot about that. It was
definitely not going both ways. I'm like, I don't care, man.
Yeah. I remember Phil would be like, "Oh, you guys are still just watching. You just hate watching." Like, dude, we don't watch. We haven't watched for months.
Yeah, just every once in a while, you see like some crazy shit explode on Twitter, and you're like, "Why would I not make fun of like this absurd, crazy nonsense?" Like people are just acting like fools. Of course, I'm gonna fucking mock them.
Right.
That's the whole point of Twitter. It's to be a giant asshole. What else do you do?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
No, and one other thing I will give them, because whether it was intentional or it just kind of happened that way, the fact that like a bunch of their earlier subscribers or their fans, whatever you want to call it, like the people that were actually following the show like every episode, not just subbed and checked it out once every fucking month or so, were like Elephant in the Room and Social and the people who were always on fucking Photoshop fucking making shit.
Right.
So they have this fucking 17 terabytes of fucking memes and original content from shit from the show. And that was a huge fucking reason that the show got popular. I'll say, like, I genuinely believe that like 25% of the reason the show got big was because of Elephant in the Room. Like him alone and all the shit he made for the show was a huge fucking part as to why the show got big.
Yeah, I think I had mentioned that a while back. Like, holy shit, they have some really creative fans. Like, they have some really fucking, again, really good at doing that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Fucking memeing and all that. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Really dedicated fan. Really fucking group.
Well, they're more dedicated fans than I'm dedicated to making a show, obviously.
Speaking of which, what is the time that these come out? Because I've seen these come out anywhere from it's 2:00 in the afternoon to all right, it's 6:30 a.m. Let's go ahead and start this and end in 25 minutes. Let's do a show. Let's do that. When the fuck do these actually come out, or just come out whenever you feel like putting them out?
They're supposed to come out at all Pacific Standard Times. Thursday at 1 p.m. when we do this one, and then Sunday at 9:30 p.m.
Yeah, or 9, not 9:30.
Oh, we started at 9. Okay, so Sunday at 9.
So 9:30 when it actually comes up. All right.
Well,
by the time we actually get on, it's usually 9:30. But yeah, although that changed fairly recently, we just changed that like about a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we used to start it at 10:30 on Sundays. Yeah, so we decided to move that up.
Yeah, it started getting too late because it was like 10:30 p.m. on a Sunday night. Is like, who the fuck is watching anything at that point besides us?
Those are prime drinking hours, man. Like I whenever y'all put the ones out late and I'm sitting out in the garage, like I always sitting there drinking my bottle and a half of whiskey a night. Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Glad we could
I like to think that we're good if somebody's drunk. That makes sense. Probably not if somebody's sober.
I mean, like you encapsulate the Bloodhound Gang song. You're pretty when I'm drunk. You're pretty when I'm drunk. You're pretty when I'm drunk, and I'm pretty fucking drunk.
Oh man, I'll take it.
Yeah. It's something.
Oh man. Well, just wait, because sooner or later we're gonna start like some food review stuff. That's gonna be amazing, I'm sure.
Yeah. That's gonna be him and Hearth because I'm 1,000
Yeah,
miles
Hearth
away.
and I live in the same actual city. Like we've hung out many times before. Like he's gonna be moving like somewhere within like a couple of minutes of me, or we might actually start filming.
Turn off your phone. This is live TV, asshole.
I had a fucking alarm set for some reason. I have no fucking clue why.
Oh man.
Hold on, let me make sure I don't
it's
have
gonna be frozen food mostly. That ought to be. See. This is the quality of stuff we're going to be putting out.
Why are you intentionally trying to be bad? You do perfectly well being terrible without trying. Like why are you going to try to be bad? Then you're just going to fail and actually make something successful. And then that ruins your gimmick. You're the bad one. Everyone else is half decent.
Wait. Have you seen the popsicle stick doll videos on my actual channel on like the Skittles McStabby Pants channel?
I have that unsubbed and blocked, and I've erased it from my IP address. It won't show up anymore.
Because those, if you want bad videos,
I saw one thumbnail. That was enough.
Yeah, if you want to see zero production value, there you go.
So the only place I ever advertised any of those popsicle stick doll videos, and the only ones I advertised were the Jesus and Hitler ones. and it was all on like any religious place I could find. Because I just figured, like, if anything, I might get hate views because those were so fucking awful. But you know, I was working graveyard shift and I had nothing better to do than sit around and fucking make popsicle stick to videos.
Not bad, dude.
They were bad.
They were pretty bad.
Sorry. The one that I saw, and by saw I mean see the thumbnail and then immediately close out my entire browser.
No! You have to watch one of them to fully appreciate how awful they are.
Yeah, just the concept though is pretty fucking funny, dude. Hitler and Jesus living and sharing an apartment
with a unicorn.
I don't think I
wanted
got
to
that.
make it believable. I
Yeah,
would say the
that's
only
the
episode
deal.
of that I'm proud of it all is the film noir version.
I don't think
Okay,
I caught that either.
I should stop digging that hole because that just makes it sound worse.
Oh, god damn. We need to do a whole fucking, get them all in one video with director's commentary. That would be fucking
Director's
perfect.
commentary? I don't think I want to watch them anymore.
That's what makes it better. You have to suffer through watching them again, dude.
I don't think I'd survive the cringe, dude, in all honesty, because like they make me cringe really bad just thinking about them. Like I don't even remember what they like that much about any of it anymore. And I'm kind of thinking that might be for the best. Like,
I just remember there being a joke about running through a lot of ovens, like wrecking a lot of ovens.
was
Hitler wrecking a lot of ovens. Oven unit.
Hitler oven joke? Okay. That sounds like
Yeah.
nice and sensitive, culturally appropriate.
Yeah.
There we go. We need a show where we have Hitler cooking show, and all he does is make Jewish food. Right? Like I'll dress up like Hitler and just make Jewish fucking recipes. Like Hitler makes matzo ball soup.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, that worked out pretty well for Roseanne, dude, back in the day, dude. That was one of her
Did she make a
controversies in
Hitler
the past.
cooking show?
Yeah, well, she took a picture
damn.
of her like dressed as Hitler with like little fucking Jews she was taking out of the oven or putting in the oven. You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember that. That's fucking epic. Oh,
Dude,
Roseanne.
yeah.
I gotta look that shit up.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty fucking crazy, dude. That's why I'm saying, like, how did they not know, like, fucking Roseanne was eventually going to do something crazy, you know?
Roseanne Barr, dressed like Hitler. Oh my fucking god, dude.
Yeah. You screen sharing it or no?
Hold on, I'm trying to get a good one that has. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Dude, that is fucking epic.
Yeah.
Roseanne Barr is awesome.
Dude, it's pretty fucking crazy, right?
Now you think Roseanne Barr is awesome?
Well, I thought she was awesome before, but this
that's
is like
what it
even
took.
better. This is even better. Like, it's like I already thought she was cool, but goddamn, this is fucking epic. That's fucking amazing. And she burnt them too. That's so fucking smart.
I'm
Oh
telling
my
you, man.
god.
She's fucking, yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. How did they not expect this to fucking happen, dude? And
The only
again, it
thing
wasn't
better-
even that bad. I think this is way worse than fucking her little fucking Planet of the Apes comment.
She should have drawn the little pennies in their hands.
Jesus.
Oh no! Oh no!
God
No!
damn.
No! No!
That'd be the only way to make it better. Little like fucking no, not swastikas. Why am I thinking swastikas? Like the little Star of David and shit on their chest in yellow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or maybe they're fucking little boat on their wrist, dude. Something like that.
Some of them have the little
How they
curly
had
hair
the
thing
fucking
on the
numbers
side.
tattooed on their fucking wrists.
Oh, that'd be fucking great, dude.
Fucking horrible.
Wendy's Baconator review. No, we're not gonna. I don't know if we might review fast food if something comes out that looks like it's truly awful.
Yeah, make Hearth eat it.
What was that chicken thing from KFC? The chicken and like it was like chicken was the bun.
Oh yeah, the double down.
Yeah, like if another something like that comes out, maybe we'll try it.
Yeah.
All I know
I never tried that, dude.
is those naked chicken taco things at Taco Bell are the fucking shit.
I forgot about those. God damn, I have to try one.
They're so fucking good. They're like 10,000 calories. But
I'm
my
already fat
God,
enough, though, dude. I don't know if I need
30
more.
of those.
What is it?
I'm
Naked
gonna
chicken
die.
taco?
Yeah, like it's kind of like the double down, but instead of a taco shell, it's a chicken breast.
Oh goddamn!
It's a chicken breast cut in half that they stuff taco meat and cheese and vegetables and shit inside of.
Jesus! So like the ground beef inside of chicken with cheese and lettuce and all that shit. That's interesting. I never tried that.
Well, that makes sense. Though,
Yeah.
'cause, I mean, like they had to do something good because all their fucking breakfast food was so bad.
I don't understand how they're still selling it. Like it's atrocious.
Yeah, well, and the Taco Bell's so good. Like they make great food. It's just that fucking that breakfast was abominable.
Great.
Like, so bad. Like 2 pieces of sausage and like they're like fucking the size of like a dime and like a taco that vaguely resembles like a soggy waffle or some shit. It was just
Oh, don't say soggy waffle. No, why would you put that image in my head?
Soggy blue waffle.
Oh,
just imagine you're going down on Liz and you find a soggy waffle, you know,
Soggy blue waffle.
just jammed in there.
oh, see this is why I'm gonna make you lay with Liz before you die. That will be the last thing you will ever experience. It is those meat flaps engorging you and then slipping off, and as soon as they clap back together, I stab you.
I think you'd be like begging for death at that point. So
Yeah,
you'd kind of be doing a favor
I'm
at
ready
that.
to go. Jesus, take me now.
That would be merciful at that point.
Okay, Sensoka has a very good point, though. Sir, you do not buy fast food expecting something good. Adequate at best.
Yeah. Well, dude, you know what? Taco Bell actually used to have decent breakfast shit. Like they had like a burrito that was like it would be like sausage and like potatoes, like hash brown type potatoes, like the little discs or whatever, and like gravy. Like it used to be all right. But what you're describing sounds god awful.
How long ago was
ever
this?
tried their breakfast food?
It must have been at least 10 years ago.
Oh, okay. Because like there for the longest time, I didn't think they had breakfast, and then everything that they've come out with like in the past like year and a half or so is it's just bad.
Yeah, it's like they had breakfast a really long time ago, stopped, and then brought it back, and then when they brought it back, it was awful.
Yeah, and again, before it was actually okay, dude. I used to actually get that shit for breakfast. And
I think
again, I don't really like Taco Bell.
If you want breakfast burritos at a fast food joint, Jack in the Box, at least around here, is your best bet. Although I'm in like Northern California, so if you want a good breakfast burrito, you go to a fucking Mexican food place.
Right? Yeah, I'm in Arizona,
so I mean that's just a way.
Dude, those little Mexican diners that are all over Southern California. Oh my god, dude, those places are good. You're
all over Northern
probably
California
gonna catch something inside of them, but the food is so good.
Yeah, like any of the Bertos, like Filibertos or Heribertos or any of those places.
Yeah, something like that. No, there's one place that I used to go to when I was staying in. But I think the place is actually in Ontario or Claremont or somewhere around there. But it's just this little diner called Ruby's, and like it looks like this old like kind of 50s diner thing, but it's nothing but Mexican food. It's so fucking good, dude.
I'd say there's no less than 5 or 6 different places, and I live in like a small to medium-sized city. There's no less than like 5 or 6 like small restaurant chains that serve like really good Mexican food in my city.
Yeah,
where you can buy like a burrito that's really good, that's the size of your head for like $8.
Yeah, that's one of the perks of living here. Well, you don't live in the fucking desert, I guess, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of good Mexican
Well,
food
you're in
places.
Arizona, so that's just as good. Like you're gonna get just as much good Mexican food.
Oh, okay.
Indeed.
No, see, in California, you can get Tex-Mex. In Texas, you like in the rest of the South, you can get Tex-Mex. You cannot get Tex-Mex in Arizona. It's nothing but the quote unquote authentic Mexican food, and that's just no good.
Dude, I love it, dude. It's good
God,
shit
maybe
here,
I don't know
man.
the difference then. I don't know if I've gotten authentic Mexican food then. If it's all Tex-Mex.
Oh, well, okay. Tex-Mex is the majority of what you're getting, unless you're literally south of the border, and some food trucks. But like Arizona and New Mexico, for whatever reason, they don't do Tex-Mex there. And like I used to travel back and forth all the time, and every time we stopped anywhere in between Texas and California, if it wasn't in either Texas or California, it wasn't Tex-Mex. It was fucking authentic Mexican food.
Yeah, it's a little weird here.
Huh. I don't know.
And-
I think
But yeah, there's plenty of, like you said, the Filibertos of those kind of places here. But there's also a lot of like sit-down type ones that are
Pretty goddamn good. I'm not sure what you're talking about with the Tex-Mex, dude, but I fucking love that shit.
Well, okay, maybe the sit down places are a little bit better, but like I know, like if I ever stop and like I had one from one of the food trucks that was really good. Every time I've tried to get from like one of the diners or one of the little like not like you actually have to wear a decent shirt to be in here if you show up in like a fucking
Yeah, like the fast food ones.
like a wife beater with holes in it. Then fuck you, get out. Like go put on a t-shirt at least. Kind of places. Like those may be better, but we didn't ever stop at one of those. Like we were always
Yeah.
we were always
No, it would be like the Filibertos or those type of ones. Which
Yeah,
I like them, dude. The carne asada is usually really good at those places. The super nachos is usually pretty good. What is the other thing they do? Oh, the carne asada fries, where it's basically a bunch of French fries and pile a bunch of carne asada on with guacamole and sour cream and shit.
I just want to hate on everything that you enjoy, so I assume it's bad.
As long as it's coming from a place of love, I appreciate it.
There's a small restaurant down the road from where I live, and they make their own tortilla chips that are just amazing. And then on top of that, they make like these crazy, like over the top nachos with it. And now I gotta fucking go get those nachos. Because we were talking about all this goddamn Mexican food, and I'm like, I gotta fucking have those nachos now.
Yeah, the super nachos. It's essentially the same as the carne asada fries, but they usually put beans in addition to the sour cream and the
guacamole, the sour cream, the salsa. They make their own salsa. They make their own hot sauce. I mean, they make all these just amazing things. It's great.
Oh, and Skittles or Untitled, whatever the fuck, Stabby.
Yeah, Stabby.
What part of California are you in?
Well, I'm in Northern California. I'm just like an hour out of San Francisco.
Okay, shit. I'm not sure if they actually have any that far up north. But if you haven't ever been to a place, just we're talking about food in California now, and I'm hungry and I want to eat the place that I stop at like 5 times if I'm there 4 days. If I'm in California, a place called The Hat, and it's like there's only one thing to get if you go there. It's the pastrami dip. And then the dirty fries, which is just a big ass pile of cheese fries with a bunch of pastrami thrown on top.
Wow.
I'm on their location finder now.
You heard pastrami and went, Jew food.
Oh, I think they're all in Southern California. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anywhere close to me.
I thought they might have had one in Sacramento, but Sacramento's not all that close to fucking San Francisco.
Alhambra, Brea, Glendora, Lake Forest, Monterey Park, Marietta, Pasadena, Rancho Cucamonga, Simi Valley, Temple City, and Upland. I think like one of those is in Utah, but the rest are all in like Southern California.
No, like I said, I thought they might have had one in or near Sacramento, but I could have been wrong.
Yeah.
But no, like if you're ever in South California, dude, or Southern California, you got to try it. Like I'm telling you, like I would, if I had the money to, At this point, I'm hungry, and I haven't eaten since last night. I would drive to California tonight just to have some hat tomorrow.
God damn, dude.
that sandwich is so fucking good. It is the best pastrami. It's the best sandwich I've ever had in my entire life.
So you're saying it's like better than Subway? Sorry, I couldn't resist. That was terrible.
I mean,
I assume you guys all have In-N-Out Burger where you're at, right?
Oh yeah, In-N-Out's everywhere, and it's just as garbage.
I pulled out of the parking lot a couple nights ago, actually.
Oh, damn. You don't like In-N-Out Burger?
No, I love In-N-Out Burger. They fucked up my order.
Go ahead.
So I was in In-N-Out Burger the other night. I had this crazy big order, so I wasn't upset they fucked up the order because whatever, dude. You make a giant order, shit goes wrong, right? But I go back through their fucking drive-through, which is like a mile fucking long. I get up to the guy and I'm like, "Hey, look, you guys forgot this. I'd like to, get that." And he's like, "Oh, well, you're gonna have to park and take your food inside and talk to the manager."
Jesus, dude.
So I told him to go fuck himself, and then I fucking sped off out of the fucking parking lot because I'm like, nah.
Yeah, that's bullshit, dude. Like, no, you guys fucked up. And you're gonna
the parking lot at this particular In-N-Out is about the size of a fucking postage stamp, and once you've parked, you might as well just fucking put a fucking mailbox on the back of your car because you're not getting back out of that goddamn spot.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's fucking ridiculous, dude.
I was like, this is insane. Like, I would, at that point, I should have just bought another fucking set of fries because it was just one French fry. I was like, whatever, man. Like, they made a mistake. Big deal. So I go around and I'm like, all right, back in the drive-thru and fucking just figured I'd swing around and I'd get a French fry or whatever. But then that guy just pissed me off, man.
Yeah, no, I've never had them do that because again, they always fuck up orders at fast food places.
I think he was.
Never had somebody say I had to come inside, dude.
Maybe he's new or maybe he's just stupid. I don't fucking know. But I was not. I went and picked up fries at like a different place down the road just so I didn't get yelled at when I got back with all the food.
Oh, damn.
Dude, I used to like In-N-Out whenever it was on every single corner because I was in Southern California, and it was at every single corner, and I came back out to Texas after getting out of trouble, so like I was away from In-N-Out for like 8 years until they showed up here. And I was like, oh yeah, dude, I used to love In-N-Out. This is gonna be great, man. I miss this shit. It was so fucking good. I tried it. I used to have terrible taste in burgers. This food is garbage. Poo poo.
Maybe it's just the one there, dude. Because again, maybe it's I eat at are still really good.
Maybe it's compared to the other burger places in Texas, though.
Whataburger.
Yeah, like if the other places are just enough higher, like better burgers, then that might be the problem.
Dude, like no, like I will stack Whataburger up against any fast food like burger chain in the world.
Yeah, I love the fucking Whataburger. There's something about the mustard, man. Whatever mustard,
right?
Or for whatever reason, dude, I fucking absolutely love that shit.
Yeah, Like I think that's the first time anyone ever said that specifically, but I've said that before, and everyone always looks at me like weird. Like, you like the burger because of the mustard?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, because shut up, it's a good burger.
Right? Yeah. Again, there's just something about that burger with whatever fucking mustard they use that just works together like really fucking well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Whataburger's fantastic. You have them where you're at, Stabby?
I'm looking at the locator now.
they don't have them in California. Like, there's not a single location in California.
The closest one is in Arizona, and I'm not up for that drive.
No, it's worth it, man. Give it a shot.
No.
All right. If I ever come visit, dude, I'll freeze dry one for you.
Freeze dry Whataburger.
But yeah,
dude,
no,
I have a food
really
dehydrator coming to me, man. I'm making some fucking salmon jerky, dude.
But yeah.
Sorry, I forgot. There is a Whataburger in California. There's one at LAX.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
The airport. Yeah.
I always forget about that, but yeah, like there's one. I think it's terminal, like either It's either B or C, but yeah, there's a Whataburger at LAX.
Yeah, that's true. I can't remember
Tempting.
seeing any Whataburgers in California anywhere
I wonder if I
else.
still know anybody in LA.
No, like it's just like for whatever reason, it's always the terminal that we're leaving from, and it's sad to get a burger like before you get home. Like just wait till you get app. Like it's just sad to be like, all right, I've done my vacation. Wait, I'm about to get on a. Nah, let me get some food. I can get it home.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, like I used to know some people down in like Southern California, so I might be able to like wrangle a fucking spot on somebody's couch. I don't know if that's weird to go drive to fucking LAX fucking airport to get a fucking Whataburger.
Yeah, I would have at least one other reason why you're going, and then you're good.
God damn. So maybe if I get a hooker lined up in Southern California.
And there you go.
I mean,
Hooker,
you know,
totally
if I wanna
reasonable.
go for like pathetic, I want to go all the way, right?
like hooker or biker meth. Like the best ones come out of Southern California.
Like, let me be clear. I don't want to fuck the hooker. I just want the hooker to eat the Whataburger with me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Damn.
I was like, let's aim for fucking bottom of the fucking barrel.
See, like, that's what we call the lonely girlfriend experience.
Oh, God. Oh, man. I won't even make her talk to me. She can sit at a table, like, nearby.
Jesus. Damn. All right, but anyways, hey, do you like their breakfast too?
Their what?
See, the breakfast stuff at Whataburger.
Oh yeah, dude. Their
It's
taquitos
fantastic.
and their burritos, so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or the breakfast on where it's like either just it's basically an egg, cheese, and either like a sausage patty or bacon on a regular like hamburger bun. Yeah, that shit's fucking fantastic too, man. Or their biscuits and gravy is actually pretty good.
Just don't get the pancakes from Whataburger. They're double plus not good. Just
really?
awful fucking pancakes.
Yeah, I don't think I ever have actually. Yeah, it's always the taquitos, which is basically the little burritos.
Yeah.
Or the breakfast on the bun and the biscuits and gravy.
Their biscuits and gravy are good as shit.
Yeah, it's like only like $1.60 or something, dude, and it's fucking fantastic.
Honestly, if they had grits, like that'd be my place to go to breakfast. Period. Like I just need some grits. Like if you could just merge a Whataburger and a Waffle House, so I can get some grits too. I'd be fucking
I've
set.
had grits. Grits is not bad.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I was
As long as you don't put sugar in your grits, it's salt, pepper, butter, whatever. You can put whatever you want. You can even put cheese in there, and I'll be fine. But if you put sugar in your grits, kill yourself.
Well, that's why I started making making my own like dill pickles. I don't know why you would add sugar to dill pickles.
Mm-hmm. People add sugar to dill pickles.
I mean, some people do to turn them from the burger slices to the not the kosher ones, but what the fuck you call them?
There's sweet pickles where the bread. Yeah. But I'm talking about just like the regular dill pickles. A lot of time there's added sugar in that shit.
Oh, okay.
I got you. And stuff like the store bought shit. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't want that. I just want the fucking pickle. Thank you very much.
I mean, a lot of times they do that for the same reason that Coca-Cola used to put fucking cocaine in their Coke. You can't taste it, but it makes your body is like, ooh, this is good. I like this. It's killing me, but I like it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like one of the things. Like I want to make beef jerky and stuff because. Like the beef jerky you buy at the store, it all has sugar added to it. And I'm like, maybe if you're making like a teriyaki jerky, sure, but if it's just like a pepper steak jerky, you don't need to add like sugar to that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just want fucking and pepper. And then you dry.
Yeah, this country is kind of known for that shit, just adding sugar to everything. You know?
Exactly.
It's kind of like apparently like when people come over from other countries, like eating our bread, they're like it's too sweet. Which again, I guess we're just used to it. Or I guess it's the reason why we take a croissant, which is like a pastry in France, and we're like, hey, that's pretty good bread. I'm going to put some ham, cheese, and egg on it and fucking eat that shit.
Or like stuff it full of like chocolate or some shit.
Yeah. Well, that would at least kind of make sense as a pastry, but no, we use it as bread, dude. You know?
That's
not really what it is.
Makes like stuffed croissants. Like that's pretty much what they do. They make croissants and then they put fillings in them, and it's all sweet shit. And their menu is set up as such that it looks like the two separate flavors are one. So it'll be like white chocolate / cherry, $4.95 on their menu, like all one line. And then you're like, oh, I want the white chocolate cherry one, and they're like, no, that's white chocolate or cherry.
Oh, okay. And where a comma would probably
they just put like a dash in between them. So you're thinking, oh, it's a white chocolate cherry fucking croissant. That sounds interesting.
Right. You can't have that, goddammit.
So fucking
one or the
frustrating. Other. I don't shop there. I don't buy shit there anymore. I don't like being told by somebody who's working behind the counter that I'm stupid.
Right. Yeah, because their menu is.
But they mean it.
I mean, just because they're right doesn't mean that.
That's not enough information for them to realize it, though.
No, I'm saying they shouldn't say it. It's not polite.
But there is one thing that I will give Black Twitter that their credit for, you know, because when they say white people don't know how to season their food, they're correct for all white people except for Americans, because white people outside of America do not season their fucking food right. But if you live in America, you know how to fucking eat.
Have you ever watched like British cooking?
So bad. Like,
it's not
so
pretty
bad, and there's so many grays and beiges. That's not what food should look like.
Everything's just bland, like visually and for fucking eating it.
It's like when your appetizer, main course, and dessert all look and taste the same, despite all being made out of very different items.
Right.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
But they have Sprite. They got spicy water.
Spicy water. Oh my god! I saw a fucking podcast where they had a water sommelier on, and there are some expensive bottled water. It's like there are bottled waters you can spend a few $100s on.
God damn, dude!
And so these people did fucking water tastings, and they weren't joking. This is all real. There are water sommeliers and like water restaurants and shit and bars and stuff like that where they have like big water selections down in like Southern California and LA area.
Wow. I didn't even know those existed. That's fascinating.
And he would be like, and here's this water from like this spring in like Finland, and it's like $150 a bottle, and you'll find that it has these overtones. And then they would all taste it and shit.
That is fascinating.
Nuke LA, man. Nuke LA.
We're just.
Oh, we can hear you now. Yeah.
Oh,
you were muted for a few minutes there, or moments, I should say.
No, but like I know I'm using this bit way too much, but if you go to a water sommelier, you should kill yourself. You don't need to be in the gene pool. Like I'm using that bit way too much today, but we're talking about extraordinarily stupid people, and
that's what's fun.
Exist.
Yeah, if you choose that as your profession, yeah, go ahead and kill yourself.
Well,
if you're a water sommelier for a living.
If you're spending several $100s a bottle on water, there's something wrong. Like,
right?
God damn.
No, all credit due to the actual water sommeliers. If you can trick people into paying you hundreds and hundreds of dollars for water, fucking
good point. But that is a good scam. You're right.
No, you're right. Yeah, it's the people that are buying it that are dumb. It's not
the people that are listening to the guy. They need to go.
Yeah, but now I got to make powdered water. I'm gonna sell that shit. I'm gonna make millions. Be like a pet rock.
Yeah.
And I'll just do like glucose powder, like so that it actually isn't like it's completely like there's no flavor. It doesn't matter, like just some sort of inert fucking flavorless powder that just dissolves entirely, so you can't even taste it or get any texture of any kind. No vitamins, no minerals, nothing useful. Just powdered water.
Yeah,
So
go
if I
for
could
it, man.
figure out
Quit
how to
fucking
make
around.
it so that you would end up with less water than what you added, I would do that too.
Right? Somehow
But I don't know how to do that.
dehydrates it somehow.
Yeah, somehow it makes part of it evaporate.
That would
I
be
wonder if you could get away with
ideal.
selling sodium hydroxide as powdered water. Because that heats the water up when you add it. Like if you take sodium hydroxide, because it makes lye, which is how you make soap, but it actually it'll heat the water up to like really hot as it dissolves and becomes part of the water.
Yeah.
Like 160 degrees, like water and shit.
Yeah. Like dangerous levels of fucking hot, dude.
Yes, that's why I wanted. That's why I'm wondering. Oh man.
Like if you fucking bought this shit, you deserve whatever fucking happens to you.
I mean, there has to be a way that you can sell a product as food that on the label says not food, do not eat, and get away with whatever fucking case of murder they throw at your feet because you specifically told them do not eat.
Right.
Do not eat.
This is
Like
a gag. Do not eat this.
Like the hair
Do not
clippers that
eat
say
this.
do not use while sleeping.
This is why I think we need to bring the dinosaurs back.
You know what? I'm down. It'll be just like Jurassic Park. Like all the lawyers will get eaten out of the toilet. And fuck yeah. The annoying like fat people. Oh no, that's gonna be me. Shit, never mind. I wouldn't make it in Jurassic Park.
No,
Get
see,
eaten by
like
the little dinosaurs.
I would make it till the end of the movie because the piece of shit asshole that's made sure everyone else has died has to die at some point because like he's murdered like 150 people. Like we have to kill him for the movie to be good. So like I mean I'm gonna die eventually, but I'm gonna make sure so people go with me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure. Oh man, that sounded like a Will Smith line there at the end. I'm gonna make sure people go with me.
See, do you want a hug now? Like when the dinosaurs show up, I'll give you a hug.
Okay, there we go. That's
Right before he pushes you into the dinosaur's mouth.
Yeah, exactly. I'll go for the hug. He'll dodge and like throw me at the raptor.
But hey, you'll get your hug.
From a velociraptor. So that's not all bad. I'll just try to make sure, like, because if I'm already gonna die, I might as well go out like with the flash. I'll just be like, "Love me." Right.
Oh shit!
Oh, sorry. Oh god. All right, I think we gotta go. I gotta fucking go buy groceries and shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we're petering out, dude.
Yeah, it's starting to kind of die off here.
All right, fair enough.
Before we
Yeah,
get
thanks for
really
coming
bad,
on, though, man. Good
oh,
times.
it's just terrible. Thank you for joining us, Satan and Santa.
Indeed.
I hated every moment of it.
I'm glad you did.
Success. Then it was a success.
All right, man. Peace out to anybody that made it this far. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you, but good luck in life.
Yeah. Bye-bye.